Man, it felt really good to be back.
That really felt amazing.
It's awesome.
It really did.
So are we actually gonna go into this nebula and see what this is about, or are we just gonna always fly by it?
Well, I mean, you know, the warning said that we might not want to mess with that, but you know how I am with warnings, bro. I don't really.
Right. I didn't even know that there was a warning, so
Yeah,
that should just tell you how I am about it.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling adventurous. I mean, like, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It
Like,
can't be that bad.
You know, right?
But what
Can't
is-
be that bad at all.
I don't know, man. I was feeling. I didn't really want to cut the stream short, but I started feeling weird, man. And I don't mean like Rona weird, but like something. I keep looking, man. It's like I'm phasing.
Your colors changing.
My colors changing and shit. What is going on? Like, maybe we've been out here in space too long. Like, what's the deal,
we're
bro?
dangerously close to that nebula, man.
What is that? I can't stop staring at. Whoa! What was that?
Whoa! What was that? Wow. I think.
Previously on After Dark.
What the hell is going? Where are we?
We are in
what?
The black and white dimension.
I don't black and white my ass, man. I don't know.
We went through that FEIGE nebula.
And why are you in a box? That whack ass music though, like where's Wallace? Like, can we get? Hold on, Wallace, play some music, man. It's Thursday though. Fuck it, we in the building. It's your boy Al. It's your boy Lavis.
And it's after dark.
It's after dark, baby. And
we have arrived.
So let's get it popping.
Let's get it popping.
What's good, man? I mean,
what it is?
What it do?
In the magic of TV land.
Are we not? This is insane.
Like what? Wanda, Nebula.
Yeah.
And this is just. I feel like we should put Josh to the test.
Oh man.
I think we can see if he can be able to censor himself as strictly as they did back.
I'm saying. I mean, because you know Josh likes to use all kind of colorful language and all that.
All types of colorful language. We ain't got no color, so there can't be no colorful language.
No colorful language. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
It's because of the purple. It's because of the purple.
It's purple. Yeah, it's still purple, even if it's black and white.
Still
right?
purple.
Still
black and white.
After Dark.
What is going on with this whack ass intro music, man?
Have you wink?
You know. Can you reach into the archives one time for your mind and give us a little bit something else, man? What is... That's more like it. That's what I'm saying. There you go. Let's put it right there. There it is.
So,
Oye, por ahí viene mi socio, oye,
Previously on After Dark.
What it do?
Do it do, people?
All the people.
Oh, we had to do that, right? We had to take y'all all the way through the season. We had to come in and we had to do it. What's good, Lavis? What's good,
What
man?
it is, man? What's up, Al?
What's good, man? We have arrived.
So let's get it popping. What is
I'm
happening
trying to
with
tell you,
all of
man.
the people out there?
Yes, it's man.
Yeah.
We out here.
Mm.
Oh man,
Nice
grooving,
and mellow too.
grooving, coming in,
Got-
doing it only
What's up, y'all?
as after
Everybody
dark.
hyped for this WandaVision, ain't they?
Yes.
We know
So,
it.
look,
We know it.
we'd had to take you through the whole season, man, because tonight is the culmination. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
It's
Everything's
all
coming to fruition tonight.
coming down to tonight.
Right?
What
all comes
is
down to-
going to happen, man? Oh
man?
Oh,
if anybody's
bro.
hazard to guess, it is anybody's hazard to guess what is going to happen tonight. All I know is I am here for it.
Yes, sir.
Purple main emojis if you are here.
Purple
for it.
main emojis, indeed.
Yes.
Let's see it. Let's see it,
On and pop it. I want to see them. All you
man.
new people, we have to take y'all back. Back
Yes.
in time.
Let you know how it go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Wanda-
let you know how we
Wanda had to
do
go
it.
through it.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're new to this, you have arrived at Thursday night, the Den of Nerds After Dark. I am your co-host, Al Schuler, next to the homie, Lavis Blackman. And this is what we do every Thursday nights.
Yes.
We-
chill.
We chill, we
Nerd
crack
out.
jokes, we nerd out, and we just have a nice time in the wonderful world of the NerdVenture Tower.
With you all. With your people.
The people. Hold on. Let's do that again.
Yeah, I said right.
With
Do it
you,
for you.
the people.
The people.
You know what I'm saying, man. Already, man. There it go. Now it want to work.
The people.
Now it want to work. Man, dude,
Man.
look. I almost feel like we don't even need show notes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think we need to go there. Because y'all already know what we doing tonight, right? I give you 3 guesses. You think they need 3 guesses, bro?
I don't know if they need 3 guesses. We got some Aaron Avengers that might be pretty smart. I think they'll figure it out.
Yeah. Let them know.
You need to turn the music down. See how I can do this?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
That's what it is.
That is. Beautiful. Let us know real quick how we sound tonight. We good?
Yes.
Levels good?
Watch
Can you hear
I
us?
just scream into the mic.
Yeah, man. Let us know.
sir.
Let us know.
Got a little lag, but y'all catch up. We talk about that.
Yeah. You're just listening slow.
But
Yeah.
man, if you're new
It's
to the Den of Nerds, this is your first show. Make sure you also catch out the morning show with Josh.
yes.
We're gonna walk you
Absolutely.
through the week every morning at 10. Make sure you
Mhm.
join that Twitter too.
Oh yeah.
Catch all them shows. We got
Oh yeah.
Darren's Danger Room on Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't skip over the homie, Fan Jextra on
Oh
Tuesdays
no,
with Debate 8.
sir.
We had that
Absolutely not.
nice impromptu test that happened to go live,
Yeah.
and it was live.
Yeah.
Let's just say that for sure.
Say
totally
bring
live.
Lavis up a little.
Checking out the
bit.
Den of Nerds, man.
Yeah, some people saying Lavis up a little. Some people saying Lavis, you hot. Your mic's hot,
Damn
man.
too hot, huh?
You say you're too hot, man.
Can't be too hot.
Oh no, we can never have that.
Layman's
Never
good.
have that.
And we ready. Oh, the homie Nell Boogie.
Shout to Nell Boogie. If you ain't know,
Yes,
that very first track by the Wet Bandits of SJ.
Yep.
Shout to Nell Boogie. Track's called R&B. Much love to the
Yes,
homie
sir.
for letting us utilize that. Came in with
You
the
can
right
check it out on Spotify.
right mood with that one. Oh, for sure.
He hit us with the 49.99. He said, I just want to say thank you for playing my song at the intro, my friends. He's
Man.
being forever grateful for that. Hella happy to be part of the Den and the rest of community. Let's see some Purple Main and After Dark emojis for years to come. Yes,
let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Love it, man.
Hey, when he first came here, he was Mel Boogie the Boogieist.
Yeah.
And now we know.
Now we know why. Oh man, my man came and put it down. Hey, they put it down with that though, man. I can't even front. Can't even front, man.
Yep.
Well, look
right behind him.
Oh no, go ahead. Do your thing, man. Let me not interrupt you.
Homie, Big Stevie W.
Mm-hmm.
He hit us with the 50. Get Richard Dodge Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing, guys. I need to get these old bones to bed for the night, but that was amazing, man. Take my money.
Hey, we appreciate you, man.
We appreciate you, man.
Let's
get both songs real quick. I don't need no nerd corn in this 50% Alan Lavison love. Keanu as Ghost Rider or Bush.
I feel you, man.
All the time.
Yeah.
Trust Gang $4.99. It was good, man. How y'all doing? That intro slapped.
Hey, we appreciate that,
so
man.
You want to slap your mama? Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That'd be bad business.
And Liam Brown, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now.
Welcome.
Last but not least, the real Jesse Lee Reed, the $5 holla. Thank you, son. He said post-credit scene, easiest money Spider ever earned.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think post-credit.
Yeah.
So, my main
yes.
What you got
man, look, it's real simple, man. It's real simple. We are at the culmination, man. It's going down tonight. You know what I'm saying? WandaVision, man. This is what we've been waiting for. How are they gonna wrap this up? How is this shit gonna end, man? That's the question. Right. That's the question. How is it going to end? How is this going down?
Episode, like how we gonna start this episode off? If I had to guess, I would say we are gonna go in with immediately what happened with Monica and Pietro. We're going to that first because we already know it ended with Wanda on the little standoff with Agatha and the kids. I think we're going to see what happened with them, tie that all together because they're probably going to show up to help her.
Yeah.
Get the kids up out of there. And then Vision's probably going to show up. And it's going to be a whole 1, 2, 3 KO knockout after that.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Look.
At least for starters, that's what I think.
So before we start getting, I don't want to get too far into tonight because we got a lot to talk about. Most definitely. It's going down. And we got to bring the homie Godfather in once we get into that. We definitely got Godfather in the house. He going to come in here and tell us what's going on. But we want to go back, though. We want to go back a little bit, if it's cool with y'all.
Yeah.
If it's cool with y'all. Because I feel like, and you tell me if I'm wrong with this, bro, but I feel like this series feels like it has been longer than it actually has been. Like this, from a story and a plot perspective, I feel like we've gotten a lot shoved into these episodes, man. And and I don't know if it's because of the time jumps, but it just seems like we've been watching this for like 12, 13 episodes, man. Like it looks like it just feels so much longer than it actually is. And so it's like you got to go back, man, and you got to kind of go back and recap.
Contrary to the popular belief, a lot of people saying they don't think they're long enough.
Right.
I think once we start crossing the threshold of 47, 50 minutes, it's starting to get just long enough.
That's right.
But I mean, I feel like there's so much to wrap up as much as there is to recap.
Yeah.
So before we get to wrap it up, we got to recap it, see what we are either expecting from the show itself, or what are we expecting from ourselves that we put into the show. A lot of people are possibly going to be disappointed with how this wraps up in the end because they put a lot more into it. I ain't gonna front. I was throwing a lot into it myself, but for me, it was for fun.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people out there, they just think that this is what they really, really wanted to happen.
Right.
So let's go back and look and see what we got.
Yeah,
man. We're gonna have realistic.
Yes. Yeah. We got to definitely do that, man, because like I said, you go back to the first episode, right? And it was like you didn't really know what to expect. You heard kind of how it was gonna go down. You thought, we thought we knew what was really good and how it was gonna work out. And so you're watching it and you're waiting for things to pop off. But really, that first episode, nothing really popped off. Like, you just got the establishment of Wanda and Vision being in kind of this 1950s sitcom like atmosphere and really just getting that vibe and understanding that, they're in this reality. We really don't get any kind of pretext into what led them into this reality or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? They just totally went for it from the beginning. And so it was a lot of people that said that that first episode was a little underwhelming. Did you feel like that? Like, going back and looking at it now, do you feel like it was underwhelming?
So they dropped the 2 on us at the same time, and I'm actually very glad that they did that, because I'm not going to say it was underwhelming, but there was nothing whelming about it, really. It was just the start of something that, if it didn't pique your interest by the first 2 episodes, you would have to comfortably wait. I wouldn't say it would never peak. Of course it has. But I would say, those were probably for the old heads. It was probably for some of us OGs that really just wanted Marvel content because we knew better. And then a lot of the normies who might have stumbled onto it might have been interested just for the simple fact of different as characters that they're familiar with and love, and they'll give it a chance. And I would say the first 2 were, I'm not going to say they were boring. They did have a couple elements in them that made you wonder what the hell was going on. The first episode, Mr. Hart choking after he's already inquiring into their lives very deeply.
Right.
Very vehemently, kind of, because he just really wanted to know what the deal was with his family. And you get to kind of see that even though they're in the 1950s, nothing has actually changed as far as their powers, as far as what they're able to do. We just don't understand the goal.
Right.
So, after he helps him out with choking and things kind of resume, it kind of gives you the first moment of WTF. Like, okay.
Right.
Obviously, this is not another run-of-the-mill.
Right. And that was what I was going. That was the thing, right? So that first episode, the first real kind of sub-main really right moment was, them sitting at the table, is, Wanda, Vision having dinner with Vision's boss and his boss's wife, and him feeling like he's under pressure that he's got to impress the boss and whatnot. And so they get to ask a question about Wanda and Vision's background, where they came from, how they met, all kind of stuff. And basically, dude just goes into this point where he's like really pushing for an answer, but he like goes on broken record mode and just keeps asking the same question to the point where he just starts choking. And we get the impression almost that maybe Wanda subconsciously made dude start choking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we don't know.
When nobody acknowledged it. Dottie just kept saying, stop it.
Right.
But it was But I think that was more of a moment in her mind, to her conscious mind, that was like, yo, dude's choking, stop it. Because after a while, even though she didn't change tone, because the tone changed around them, it still kind of, it hit wrong. It was like, yo, so it kind of, definitely made you be like, yo, the hell is going on up in here?
Exactly. And so that was the first kind of, I see where, now it's getting kind of weird type situation. So then we go into episode 2. Did episode 2 give you any more of a, all right, I kind of see where this is going now vibe, or were you still at the end of that one kind of feeling like,
I think for me now, at the end of that one, I felt a little bit, I'll admit, I felt a tiny bit of a here we go, but I still felt like the episode 2 would be kind of a something like pushed it along still. It wouldn't give us too much.
Yeah.
And we would still be stuck in the world that they had built. Of course, irrelevant. But seeing how it kind of made you think, at least seeing this episode, kind of made you think that maybe she would be able to live in this world as well. You know what I'm saying? She started having Agatha show back up, or excuse me, Agnes show back up, trying to, include her into the neighborhood, bring her over and meet these 7 women that are on a pretty much like a charity kind of like a charity group.
Yeah.
Trying to put together a talent show. So it's kind of like, okay, well, maybe this will go on for a while, and Wanda will be able to find some sanctity here. But clearly, that is not how that went at all.
No,
especially after finding that helicopter. Casually chilling in the bush.
Just casually chilling, right? And so, yeah, you get a little more of that in episode 2, right? You start to get a little more of this abnormal type stuff going on. Was that the same episode with the beekeeper where he popped up? Yes. So we get at the very end, you get the beekeeper situation where he comes out, and then Wanda kind of rewinds things, and you're like, whoa, what's going on? You also get like the first indication that Wanda's preggo in this one. Mm-hmm. So you start seeing that. So it really starts to unfold in that second episode, and you really start to get, an idea of where things are going. I thought it was real cool. And another thing that they mentioned in the first 2 episodes was you heard Agnes mentioning Ralph.
Right.
And constantly mentioning her husband Ralph, and that was kind of a recurring theme. And we have yet to find out who Ralph is exactly, if he is anybody of significance. But you really start to ask yourself that question, like, who the hell is Ralph? And what is Ralph got to do with the bigger picture here? Like, what's really going on? I felt like the first 2 episodes, for me, they were good enough. It wasn't anything that blew me away. But I really wasn't expecting the first 2 episodes to blow me away, because this is a show that was like, I think advertised in some ways as a slow burn. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't going to be something coming out like full head of steam right off the rip.
Not yet. That's what people ask you. What happened to the beekeeper, man? He got blicked.
He got straight blicked. So you get that, and then you move to episode 3, and episode 3, I believe, is when we start introducing color into the situation.
Yep. Happened at the very end of episode 2.
Yep, at the very end of episode 2, they get the color right. And so and then we see Wanda's pregnancy kind of sped along.
Yeah.
Like, she goes from the little baby bump to she ready to bust. And we like, what's really going on? So you also get to see Monica's character, Monica Rambeau, plays a little more of a prevalent role in this episode also, because she actually helps deliver the babies, the twins. And so it's like, you get to the 3rd episode, and I'm curious, by episode 3, were you hooked? I mean, we knew we were gonna watch this anyway. Like, let's be clear. But like, thinking of it, because I like to watch these shows from the normie perspective. Again, I consider myself to be a Marvel swarmy, somewhere in between sweaty and normie. And so I watch it more from the normie perspective, because I'm trying to see if it actually catches me. And the interesting thing was, I watched all of these episodes with the missus, and she's a total normie. Her exposure to Marvel is strictly the Infinity Saga. You know what I'm saying? She ain't know none of that before she started watching those movies. So I was, picking up on her vibe, and she was still kind of, even in episode 3, like, okay, so what's going on here? Like, when is this going to get interesting? And I'm sitting there like, knowing where it's going. Like, you don't think this shit interesting? Like, she just had kids in like the span of 30 minutes. Like, what is you talking about? Like, this is crazy. But that's one of the things I think that's interesting about this show, is it kind of built up slowly for normies, but for us, dude, we were theory crafting like a mug, like right off the rip. Man. Like, we dissected the shit out these episodes. You know what I'm saying?
It's the beginning of us growing in expectation.
Yes.
Beginning of us Marvel fans reaching further than our grasp.
Yeah, man. No doubt.
All 8 big Easter eggs that they had dropped by the 3rd episode.
Mm-hmm.
Drop in some things about Boba, some little clues about the High Evolutionary. Of course, we knew we were about to get the twins, so we started speculating on them and if they were going to be fragments of Mephisto. Then we start looking at Mephisto, because he's been rumored for being a big bad for Doctor Strange and all that stuff. Could be Nightmare. So this episode we really started diving into a lot of those fan theories, and then seeing Monica kind of made us wonder how she got in the hex. Was she already there? Got trapped? Didn't know what was going on too much. We just knew that by the end of it, she was no longer part of the show.
Exactly. Yep.
Luckily, not obliterated.
Right.
Passed through that hex. She totally passed through that hex.
Now, that was the first time that we heard mentioning of one Pietro.
Yes.
And Monica bringing up the fact that he was killed by Ultron. Now,
yes, sir.
So far in the show, everything had kind of existed within the realm of this TV reality, if you will. There was no real reference to the outside world or anything that had happened. So when Monica dropped that line, it was kind of like oh snap, like she talking about shit that didn't happen in the real world. Like, number one,
right?
How does she know that? And two, where is this coming from all of a sudden? Like, you can't just spring that on anybody, let alone Wanda in that situation, because you know she gonna have something to say about it, and she actually had something to do about it and slung Monica's ass clean across Jersey. Like, throw her through, like you said, threw her right up out the hex, man. So by the time we got there, homie, what was it feeling like for you? Like, were you already, or were you all the way in, or were you still waiting for more?
Oh no, by the time we got the perspective, see that there was an outside, that they were at least going to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to start getting into episode 4, because then I knew that we were really going to get into the meat and potatoes. We were really going to start looking at things from a different perspective.
Yeah.
The view changed too.
Yes.
And she woke up and came to out there, and she was like, "It's Wanda. It's all Wanda."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really made me wonder what the perspective
was going to go.
Were they still going to try to talk her down?
Right.
A level of peace, or were they going to try to go full on? We need to nuke this chick.
Yeah.
Because that was no good.
Yes.
Saying that my mic is flipping the
yeah, I see. Shout out to Sir Glass Half Full himself, Mike motherfucking Porter. Say Lavish Mike is hexed. Seem like some chaos magic is happening. I don't know. It does, but I don't know if it's a chord situation, but we'll get it worked out, man. You know, You know, we always work through that stuff, man, and then we come back stronger than ever.
Right. It's a good thing about what we do. We multitasking while we still.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but you get the end of that episode. She says it's all Wanda, and that's when you realize that it's really, you know, the beginning of you finding out from a normie perspective again that things is not necessarily what we thought they were going into the first couple episodes. Like, there's a whole lot more that we don't realize. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So then episode 4, my man, how did episode 4 shake out?
Episode 4 had a satisfying feel.
Yeah.
Beginning with a little bit of answer finally. We're finally starting what's going on outside the hex. How are they handling it? Are they still flipping out about going down? We start getting into that a little bit more, and it's got me pretty much to that point. We start seeing Darcy one that is watching bringing the back.
Yeah,
she's brought it in the first place, but she's the one that figures everything out. Targeting it, where the signal's coming from. You find out that it's pretty much old school energy that can create, backflips creation.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets interested into that point of what's going on with Monica too.
Right. And that's where, for me, that's where episode 4 kind of, the show took off for me. Was they came out and that cold open on episode 4 where you just see Monica coming back from the blip, and we get that kind of flashback where she's in the hospital, and we find out that, you know, this is her essentially showing back up 5 years later after, you know, my man Hulk had performed the snap and brought everybody back. She's in the hospital, but she's thinking that, no time has passed, and she's expecting, her mother to be in the hospital. She's looking for her mother. She can't find her. And that's when she finds out that her mother died a few years prior. So she don't realize that she's been gone for 5 years. And that during that time, her mother, who was apparently sick with cancer, had, successfully had a successful surgery 5 years ago, or 5 years prior to the snap, the second snap, if you will. And then all of a sudden, it came back and she didn't make it. So she's dealing with all of that, and then ends up going back to help me out. What is this? Sword headquarters?
Yeah, she goes right back to Sword
headquarters. It goes right back, and she meets up with the homie. And that's when you start. I think that's the moment for me where I was like, okay, now this show is going somewhere, because I can't. Dude's name escapes me at the moment. I think it's this purple VSOP over here is already activated. I mean, I'm gonna take another sip too.
How to get in on that purple.
Oh yes, we must. But yeah, you could already tell something was up with my dude. I think it's Agent Harrison. You knew something was up with this cat, because just the way he was shifty from the beginning. Like, she shows up, she doesn't have access. He pops up and he's like, "I'm gonna let you on in. You know what's good." But then all of a sudden, it's like he's basically relegating her to busy work, if you will. Like, he puts her on a missing persons case, and sends her over to the Hex. And at the same time, you feel like, okay, well, if she's supposed to be, a Rambo, and, her mom's is the one that kind of built this thing, like, I totally understand the protocol, but like, you would think that, there'd be some kind of exception or some kind of situation that would allow her to get right back into the thing. Because who else would her mother trust out other than her daughter? Like, more than her daughter, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but who knows? Not about the trust. Who knows where they went? Got stamped.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, man, I just was like, I see where I saw the point, and it made sense, but I was just like, nah, look, us, let's be real. Nerd Avengers, man. If you have something like that going on, I'm gonna have some kind of message for my fam on the side to say, look, this is what we got to tell them people.
Right.
But here's what's really finna go down. Like, this is what you need to do. And so, but either way, we get that Jimmy Woo shows up, or he's already there, you know what I'm saying? And we start, that interaction, and it just goes from that point. I feel like the show really did kind of find its way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. It did. It gets even crazier after that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you start seeing that they got her results back. They didn't get the results back just yet. No,
yeah, not quite yet. Yeah.
Quite yet.
Yeah.
Quite yet. But then we start to see the end of that one. That's when we get to see what actually happened to her, and see that she is having knows anything.
Mm-hmm.
She can see the necklace that she's wearing, and she was like, like,
yeah. Exactly. So my question is, at this point, again, did you feel like we had hit the peak yet? Or
I think even back when we were doing the recap of the show, I was still giving it about 8.
Still giving it? You say that one more time?
Yeah, I gave it like an 8.5 at that point.
Got you. Yeah.
The show hit peak. I felt like it was still gearing us up. It was
yeah.
It was still well on our way though. Most of my way, seeing what the hell.
Yeah.
It didn't take too long back, and it was
No, it didn't. But that's the thing, man. It like really, for me, it started to really get into that. Okay, now we starting to, like, that's when it started feeling like MCU to me, was that episode. You know what I'm saying? Once we got to once we got to episode 4, episode 5, that's when it started really feeling like MCU. And so then we get, Monica, and like you said, was that, somebody help us out in the two-way? Was it episode 5 where she got her test results at the end? Or was that back at is that later on in episode 6? Because now it's starting to blur together.
Which one?
Was it where she got her test results back?
This song got a lot of bass. Kick it for me. All right. So what you say now? Which one?
For with Monica getting her test results back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I believe that one was episode 6. By the time she was already talking about trying to go back to the Hex.
Yeah, no, exactly. That was trying to go back to the Hex for real. I'm laughing. Yeah. I'm tripping off the two-way, man, because they say
I know everybody's tripping. It's like, no, we can't hear him.
We can't hear him. I don't know what he's talking about, man. I'm getting every other word. Y'all leave us alone.
Not my mic.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, I think it might be like the internet connection for some reason, but we just gonna keep it moving though, man. We gonna keep it moving. So what we gonna do? I tell you what we'll do. Let's go. Let's do a commercial break, and then we will bring Godfather in and get it in. How about that? Let's run these commercials, pay some bills, and then we'll be right back with y'all.
Don't be startled, non-Avenger. Are you satisfied with your other nerd channels? Do you want a more engaging experience with your nerd content? Do you enjoy looking at Josh's face? Well then join the Nerdventures, the most immersive nerd community around. Once you'll join, you'll gain access to wonderful extras like private watch parties, exclusive live streams, specialized Discord channels, merch perks, discounts, and much, much more. Join the best group of nerds on the internet. Don't be a non-Venger. Join the Nerdventures today. Are you calling 911? Come on, Chet. Let's skedaddle.
That's right, your boy got fresh, about to turn up. Let me look at myself. Swaggy. Oh yeah, you know your boy about to go get it poppin', but first I need some of that Lavish Main purple drink. Turn up. Let me grab these keys and then I'm about to turn up. What it do, neighborhood?
He is the most interesting purple drinker.
I don't always drink, but when I do, I prefer purple drink.
Stay loyal, my friends. We gon' razz it up, we gon' jazz it up, we gon' snazz it up with that purple drink. We gon' razz it up, we gon' snazz it up, we gon' jazz it up with that purple drink. We gon' razz it up, we gon' snazz. Huh? What? Really? Oh, dang. It sucks having to go home after making a purple drink commercial. People call your names.
Whatever, asshole.
Even walking down the street looks bleak. Look at this. I even got a ticket. Ugh. Traffic sucks. Man, nothing seems to go right. When I get home, my wife look like she about to beat my ass.
Oh, no, she better get that damn purple drink money too. Better bring it home.
So I sit down at the table. She still know what I need. Some of that purple drink. Oh yeah, it's a new tune after that. Hook it up, snazz it up with that purple drink. And now, back to the show.
Alright, what's good? Let's go. You see, we got the homie with us now, man.
Yes, sir.
Maybe we got two good mics between the three of us.
Hey, we'll make it work.
Cracking off jokes.
We will.
It's just too bad that your microphone didn't come with a comb. The only thing you need. Nah, that sound better. Is that better? Is that better for you people? Is that better for the people?
Let us know how Lavis is sounding. Is he still coming in hot? Is it muffled? What does it sound like on that end? Let us know. Let us know.
Everybody's still laughing at the commercials.
Yeah, they probably catching the tail end of them commercials.
I feel like they're back, even though they still want to laugh at the commercials.
Yeah, there we go.
I did what I could on my end. I don't know what to tell you boys. No idea what to tell you boys.
You know, there was a video that just dropped from Marvel talking about not spoiling WandaVision. I think they might be hitting the tower with some attacks to make sure that we don't talk too much.
Man, don't tell me.
Right.
Well, so let's just get into it then. Let's talk about that then, because we were at, I think, we got to about episode 5, 6, but let's get to the nitty gritty there. If they dropping and they saying don't spoil it, and they dropping videos about that, then doesn't that kind of lend itself to me we might be finna see some ooh-wee tonight?
Right.
Like I think we may be seeing. So my whole thing is we're gonna get cliffhangers. We know we're gonna get cliffhangers. Not everything's gonna be wrapped up all neat and tidy. They gotta lead into the next couple of shows. They gotta lead into Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. So there's no way they're gonna wrap everything up as neat as we would like it to be.
Right.
But that's okay, because we got a lot more coming.
Exactly. And that's the thing, right? It's like we have to keep in mind that like this show is designed to set up a movie and kind of an overall arc for the MCU for the next couple years at least. You know what I'm saying? So it's essentially, we'll get some resolution tonight, but I think, you know, when the director came out and was saying that some fans may be disappointed with the season finale just because, you know, certain theories and whatnot. But I feel like that's kind of tapering expectations a little bit just for people who wanted to see some of that real bombastic, like, oh, Professor X and Magneto are going to show up and be like, nah, chick, you got to roll with us type. Nah, I don't think it'll go that far because, again, like, if you bring Magneto or Professor X into it, then essentially they have just taken over. Like, that is going to be the conversation. Nobody's going to give a damn about a Doctor Strange. Nobody's going to want to know anything other than what's about to happen with Professor X and or Magneto. So I don't think for that reason that we would see it go down that way. But it definitely, if they're coming out and saying things and warning people not to spoil it, that tells me that, yeah, some of what we might already know, which we will definitely get into here in a few minutes, might actually be legit. Man, what you think, Lavis? Did you hear me?
Excuse me? No, I guess I did not. Apparently, starting to reach through.
Oh man, look, somebody is doing chaos magic on you for real, man. I said,
yeah, I know. It's the red shirt. Because I came through with the red shirt, and you got the damn ambient energy background behind us with Agatha. She's screwing everything up.
Hey man, Agatha just knows what's up with that purple, man.
Right. When you get to the end of this, you're gonna find out it was Agatha all along.
Oh people. Man, don't do it. You know people gonna call for it, man.
Hell no.
You know they're gonna call for it. Oh, you know we're gonna get it in at least one time though. We're gonna get that in at least one time tonight. You already know.
Oh yeah.
But the question was, good sir, like, what do you think about tonight? Does the fact that they coming out saying, warning people not to spoil it, make you feel a little more confident that we might get a few fireworks tonight?
Oh yeah, most definitely. You don't tell people not to spoil it and not to do certain things for it not to be done. That's kind of like, yeah, go ahead and do it. If you ask me.
Facts.
That's exactly what that is.
Well, and especially with the last 24 hours of them coming out and trying to like get those expectations down. Like either they really screwed this up and they're realizing how much the fans had it better, or they know how much they're gonna give us.
So you think they screwed it up? You think toward the end of this was a big debacle?
No. What I'm saying is like it goes one of two directions. You can they're either coming out and telling people not to spoil it because they are seeing all of the fan theories and where everyone's going with everything, or it's because they have something big in store. And I've never been disappointed in Marvel previously, so I don't have reason to doubt Suge Knight, White Suge,
Right.
this time around.
Right. But, I mean, I I don't think I feel disappointed about it. I pretty much just really think that again, we put too much into it and we're just a little disappointed we didn't get back what we fanboyed into it. It's got nothing to do with how the show was gonna be. This was actually recorded the whole time that we had that year off. They had that year off, so it was already predetermined how that was gonna be. So I just think we started seeing all these Easter eggs, started to see things like Doctor Strange and the High Evolutionary. Now, we already know Doctor Strange is in it, but I started seeing things about the Wizard and possibly things about her mother. And then we had that scene where the Mind Stone pretty much projects itself to her, and she sees that vision of her in the full costume. And it's like, is that her in the future? Is that her mother? A lot of people have settled on the fact that it's pretty much uh, her uh, future at that point. And I can agree with that, with the fact that it seems like what the Mind Stone did was practically uh, unlock her powers subconsciously. So she was doing little things that she knew she could do as far as learning normally, but she had no idea she was able to do as much as she could until she was emotional, like, you know? So I don't think I'm disappointed. I see a lot of people shed some tears over over these episodes. Uh, I see a lot of people were extremely happy with some of the things they introduced, and I think in the end, when we take it for what it is, we're going to be very happy still.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's where it's going to go, in my opinion.
How
about you, Al?
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you. I think tonight's gonna be one of those nights where there's gonna be some people that are gonna have their chest out because they're gonna be like, "Look, we told you this was coming," and then it's gonna be some people backpedaling because they're gonna have to try to explain where some of these theories that they kind of double down on are coming from. We'll get into some spoiler talk in just a minute, but I think as far as tonight overall, we gonna get some confirmations. I tell you that, and this is my prediction. I feel like that the Pietro, if you will, situation will be definitively explained tonight. We will know by the end of this episode if fake Pietro is indeed just a troll situation from White Suge himself, or if this was actually, an indication of something going on bigger with X-Men. I think we get that answer tonight. I think beyond that, I don't know how much other stuff we get, like in terms of knowing if there's somebody behind Agatha or if it was in fact Agatha all along. Right. Which one of those? I don't know if we find that out tonight, to be honest, because I feel like there's so much that they got to resolve, right? That how are you going to do all of that in 50 minutes? If we really sticking to what they're reporting this time to be, and we talking 50 minutes, then how in 50 minutes are you going to be able to clear up all of these unanswered questions? You know what I'm saying?
I got a small little theory about that, actually.
Do tell.
So
do tell.
I went back and I tallied up the total of all the episodes, and if I'm not mistaken, it landed on 335 or 330 something.
Okay.
It was pretty much if you put in all the episodes together, I think it left about 13 minutes of runtime unanswered for. If it's a 6-hour thing, then it left about, like I said, 12 minutes. So I'm thinking instead of it being a 50-minute episode, we could either get closer to an hour for this last one, and then we could probably get a good little post-credit scene to tie it all up. So we could probably hit closer to about like an hour and two, at most an hour and 12. I don't think they'd go that far to give us an hour and 12, even if it is 4 minutes of credits. But I would say it's either 55 or an hour. for this last episode.
Got you.
I'm thinking.
I didn't realize we were going to be doing math again on this episode.
Hey, man, they wanted me to bring back the PowerPoint, so you got
serious.
They got that ready to go?
Oh, they was asking for it, but we was like, how about no?
Right.
Hey, we love y'all, but I was like, I don't know if we got trigonometry in us tonight. Like my man Livis was all over the place, and good information. Don't get it twisted, homie.
Yeah.
Damn good information, man. But this one of them, I just want to sit back and get ready for the action.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Well, the people are asking. The people are asking for us to run all the way up until the episode drops, but I know that's the old man Al over there's got to get to bed.
Hey, you call me old, you call me what you want to. I tell you what you won't be calling me, and that's still online. Come time for WandaVision to roll around.
Right.
I got some things to prepare for. But man, it's trust me, I would love to, but yeah, not tonight, homie. Not gonna work. But let me ask you this, Godfather. What do you see for tonight in terms of resolution? Do you see, without getting too spoilery, we know what's being floated around out there, but like if you had to put money on something, you had to put some nerd coin down, what would you be comfortable putting your nerd coin down on us getting tonight?
Right.
When it comes to resolution and nerd coin, I don't know how much I'm willing to wager. But with
not like you ain't got it.
Big baller shot caller.
With
20-inch blades.
With the I mean, if we look at, it's not just the MCU, it's really just comics in general. Like there's so much that gets teased, that gets drawn out later, and there's enough here to set up a lot of Phase 4.
Oh yeah.
I'm not actually looking for as much resolution as some people, because I think that's how they keep people coming back.
I feel that.
If you tie this up too clean, it's gonna end up being something that people go, that was a great story, and then they don't, you lose people moving into the next story. So like the idea of this being, told in the same way as comics are written, you have stuff that plays out that is in the same storyline that goes through multiple different lines. So they all happen at the same time, but it's told in different stories. So the stuff that doesn't get explained in this, it's in Loki, it's in Spider-Man, it gets explained in Doctor Strange too. And then, that's what ties everything back together.
Right. I can see that. That makes perfect sense. So, but I mean, this is not going to be no clean ending.
Oh no,
we all know
no,
she's gonna be sad as hell by the time we decide to turn off that television. I just want to see what the outro is going to be like. Are they still watching this? Is it still going to end with the "Please stand by"?
You know what I'm saying? That's the question. Now
that's the real question.
You mentioned something, because you mentioned a certain adjective that I really want us to get into, and that's sad, depression, and the idea that this whole thing is kind of, again, the show is called WandaVision, and for all intents and purposes, we know what happened to Vision. Like,
oh yeah,
Thanos dealt with Vision, and he was not nice about it. You know what I'm saying? We saw that. My man plucked the Mind Stone right out of his head and threw him aside like he wasn't shit. So we know that, this whole thing is centered around Wanda wanting her Vision back, wanting to be able to have that life with him. Now, we see that she's created at least some type of formation of Vision in the Hex. But then on the outside of the Hex, Vision's inanimate body has been reanimated, courtesy of some of that chaos energy that was in the drone that they actually sent into the Hex. So we've got Vision on the outside, but then we've got Wanda's version of Vision on the inside. The question I have for you two gentlemen and for the chat is, do either one of those Visions survive tonight?
That is a good question. Godfather, you hit us with the double vision last week, so I'm gonna have to let you take this one.
Mm-hmm.
What you
All
first
right.
at least? What you think?
I mean, what I immediately go to, and it's what everyone has been saying all along, and that kind of pushes me in the opposite direction of we're going to get these two visions that merge together and create a single vision out of the two of them. I don't think it's that clean.
Right.
That's what's up.
I think we get one of them at least dying for real, and I don't think it's gonna be White Vision. I think it's gonna be the Hex Vision that ends up sacrificing, and we get a White Vision or Ultron or whatever you want to call him that's left over that has to be dealt with. I just don't see it being something that's like the combination of the two into one just seems too clean for me.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel you. I feel you.
See that. I feel you. I mean, I don't know. I was more on the train of the two of them fighting and melding together in some kind of form or fashion. What I would say,
I don't want to get into spoilers too much because, like, you know, we don't have that spoiler warning up.
But not yet. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I'll hold. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I don't know if they will merge and stay that way and then Vision's free, or if, because I'm kind of on a little bit of a train of a rumor that possibly White Vision could be controlled by Ultron off the rip, and possibly when he enters into the Hex, you know, him and Jarvis, or excuse me, him and Vision fight. But what I think is they might temporarily meld, and then something happens and kills White Vision. But because of his connection to Sword, instead of it being, he goes, essentially they dinosaur him and take him back to being the egg, and he goes back to being Jarvis somewhere in the on the internet after eliminating Ultron. So we think that Vision is dead, but he's not dead. Or him and Vision fight, they both die. They take White Vision back, or maybe Wanda steals White Vision, takes him with him, or whatever the case. And in the end of it, just skip to the end real fast. My man Wonder Man wakes up out of a coma, and then they bring him back later, and then they do what they did in the comics and transcribe his brain into Vision, and now you get a new Vision in the future.
So
you're still on the Wonder Man kick?
Hey man, he took the words right out of my mouth. I was just gonna ask the homie, man. You still on that Wonder Man?
I don't. Okay, so when I say that, I don't see that happening in this show.
Okay.
I see that being a future gimmick.
So you think Wonder Man will come into play later on down the line?
Yeah, because and that's I'm still sticking to. I think they're going to have a season 2, because when it comes to Wanda and Vision, period, there are so many stories that you can tell.
Yeah.
When it comes to the two of them, and again, you can do this episode, do this season, do the Spider-Man 3, do the Doctor Strange, and then boom, whatever happens at the end of Doctor Strange, you can conclude that however you need to, and then pop it right back into a WandaVision season 2, and keep it going. Just keep it moving. I think it'd be wasted if they just did a season 1, or one series of WandaVision with all the stories they can tell. They can introduce other X-Men characters still, all types of things that they can do with the two of them. So I'm still on that kick. Yes, in the future though, not in this show.
I feel you. Okay.
So
got you. So for me, the thing that I keep finding interesting, and this is something that just keeps itching at the back of my head, man. You know, you get that little tingling sensation when you're like, man, I just got a feeling. At the end of the last episode, with the little stinger, the little mid-credit scene where we got to see White Vision.
Yeah.
There's something very interesting that happens in that scene. As Vision is being activated, Vision lifts his left hand, and he's looking at that left hand like there's something special about that left hand. And you might be asking yourself, well, what the hell was he worried about his left hand for? If you will recall at the end of Age of Ultron, as Vision and Ultron, the last Ultron, are facing off, he is without a left arm in that last scene. He loses that left arm. So when Ultron was last seen, he was looking, or he did not have a left arm. So now he's waking up and realizes, oh snap, I've got a new body.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the question I have is, okay, so if that's Ultron, would you bring back Ultron just to have Ultron get wiped out at the end of this episode? Would you?
Nope.
Would White Suge bring him back? But I mean, and it goes along the same questions of, would White Suge bring the Fox Pietro in just to troll people?
Yep.
And I think the answer to both of those questions is no. He would not.
No.
Hell no. This is all connected. Ultron is going to somehow stick around. And I think what this means is Vision ain't coming back, man. Because this whole episode, this whole season, this whole story, if you will, of Wanda is a story of dealing with loss. The one thing that they keep talking about, whether it's, Monica Rambeau talking about it, whether it's Wanda talking about it, is the fact that they are dealing with this tremendous grief of losing someone that they love, somebody that they are very close and attached to in a very, very significant way. And how do you tell that story if you're going to, at the end, basically erase the stakes and go, but no, we're going to reunite them and everything's going to be all good? I just don't see it, man. From a storytelling aspect, I don't see that happening. I think what's going to happen is we are going to get teased with the idea of Vision being able to return, and it won't happen. It is not going to go down. And the simple thing is, because Wanda has to, whether she realizes it or not, face facts, and we are at the final stage of grief in this episode, I think, which is acceptance. And this will be the episode where Wanda accepts the Vision is gone. But just because you accept something don't mean you got to like it.
Right.
And I think that is how we tie this into the multiverse of madness, is because Wanda doing all of this for her love and connection to Vision is one thing. Wanda with chaos magic and giving zero fucks is a whole different situation.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Most
tonight,
definitely.
people, I saw people asking the question and saying, well, how do you resolve this season and give people a satisfying conclusion, but still leave them, hanging and wondering what's going to happen next and interested to go see, Multiverse of Madness. And I think there's a real simple way you do that. You essentially create a situation where all the stakes are Wanda and the Maximoff family, Pietro, the twins, Vision, everybody, standing up, fighting for what they believe in. We've seen the clip where he's like, well, let's fight for it and all of that, but ultimately all of it proven to be for naught, because it's not real. And Wanda coming to terms with the idea that it is not real. And all of a sudden you've got Wanda, chaos magic and all, say on the loose going, well, you know what? Just to hell with everybody then. I care.
Right.
I don't care about the universe. I don't care about the world. I don't care about anybody. I'm going to worry. You know what? It is what it is. Let it happen the way it's going to happen. And imagine a situation where somebody, and we'll save this, the who that somebody might be for when I throw this spoiler alert up here. But somebody tries to implore to Wanda that, tries to get her to see reason and understand on a greater level what's at stake. And Wanda just not giving a shit. You want to talk about setting up a crazy next set of events? Imagine if we come off of this and it's basically Westview is done. Like Westview is gone, but not in the sense that it's been destroyed, but that there are no strings on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Again, just you saying that still brings it right back
to Ultron, man. I'm just saying it all comes together, man. I'm just saying, like, I've been sitting here thinking about this all week, and it's like, this is the way I really feel like it's going to go down, is they're going to set us up to make us think we're going to get that whole, because again, you think about the way that Infinity War worked out and how Endgame came in and kind of set things right, if you will. I don't think that that's going to work. It all comes back to a line that my man Mordo had in Doctor Strange, where he said, "The bill comes due. Anytime you pull some shit, you got to answer for it." And I think that Wanda is going to have to answer, or that the world may very well have to. The multiverse might even have to answer for what Wanda has done with this situation and what she will continue to do as we move forward. But let me know, man, what y'all think about that? Am I tripping, man?
I mean, not really so much. Ultimately, though, when it comes down to how Wanda's magic works, her magic works more on a universal, from the universe stance. So with that being a fact, it's more or less the fact that she doesn't really draw from another dimension. She draws from the multiverse in that kind of explanation. So what Agatha does draws from another dimension. What Agatha uses in order to absorb the ambient energy, she's absorbing the energy around her from the nature and the things that put that energy out, and she does it on a level that is gives her it grants her access to whatever dimension she's pulling it from. So Wanda doing it, as far as them trying to tell her it's not real, I don't think that it's not real. I think it's more or less it's however she decides that that reality is, because somehow she has more of a permanent. It's not like a reality stone to where it could be used as a mind trick. But even then, you can essentially say it wasn't a mind trick. The reality stone makes that the real reality for as long as it wants it to. You don't ever have to change that back. It is what it is. So she's kind of doing the same thing with her powers because she's a nexus being. And with her being a nexus being, that means that she is not only a constant throughout the multiverse, but she looks identically. She doesn't have any you know how some multiverses, like, we'll get an old man Logan, then the next universe he's young, the next universe he's missing an eye, the next universe he doesn't have adamantium. It's not like that with Wanda. Each universe that she's in, she looks exactly the same. She has all the same kind of constants. She should have the same kind of hardships, but I think that's the only anomaly. What hardships she's had may vary, but they all lead her to the same result, meaning heartache, heartbreak, whatever the case. That's just her lineage, period. So with what they're kind of introduced and they're saying about her toward this last episode, she just doesn't know what the hell she's doing. And that's kind of also what makes her dangerous. So and to push that point, they're using Agatha very strategically and very smart. Like, we look at her as she is the antagonist. She's the one that's going to try to fight up against Wanda and be her like ultimate villain and enemy. I think again that's all smoke. I think when it comes down to it, possibly they could reveal that maybe she has other kind of people behind her, other entities behind her that's driving her to do this in the first place for whatever reason. Maybe she can get whoever that bunny is. Maybe that's not Ralph. Maybe that is her son, and she's got to do what she's got to do in order to get him back. And these entities are helping her, or she could be mind controlled in the end of it. But I think that she is very much still the anti-hero that she was in the comics. You know, she used to be a babysitter. She used to be Scarlet Witch's mentor, and I think when it really comes down to it, she's not convinced. Still, she knows she's the Scarlet Witch by everything she's deduced from taking her back in time, but she's still not convinced. It's like, okay, quit playing like you don't know what you're doing. I got your kids, blah 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 blah. You're using chaos magic. If you don't, come straight forward with me, then this is what you're gonna, you're gonna lose your kids and all this type of stuff. So I think ultimately she's gonna go back into being that midpoint hero, anti-hero that possibly in the future, after Doctor Strange, possibly could come back and train her on her powers.
Gotcha.
And that'll be a story there.
All right. So I have never been on the train of a season 2 being a possibility. But something you just said there, Lavis, was, getting back to her comic roots of being that mentor and the anti-hero. And it just brings to mind something that I was thinking all during the last episode, which was, damn, I'm glad that I watched the Harry Potter, like that I know Harry Potter the way I know it. Because she's setting herself up to be the Snape in the story.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
That could be where they take a season 2 if they take it that direction.
Got you. Okay.
WandaVision or Wanda and Agatha in the Marvel Hogwarts style of learning how to use her magic. Not saying they'll do that, but like looking at how they could work in a second season and looking at how to transform Agatha into who she is in the comics, I think that could be a way that they could do it.
Right, right.
Yeah,
no, I definitely think that's a way for it to go, and I'll even double down on that because there was something else that I noticed in the last episode. So in the previous episode, that was kind of almost the Ghost of Christmas Past type situation where they had, you know, Agatha was taking Wanda back through her memories, and she was reliving that. And there was one in particular where they were at the Avengers compound where she has this tender moment with her and Vision. And she ends up kind of breaking it down and confiding in Vision. Now tell me if I'm tripping, but it looked like to me in that moment, when that was all said and done, like Agatha kind of wiped a tear away. As she was,
I feel like that was sarcasm.
I don't know.
Sarcastic.
I don't think so, because my thing is, if she was being sarcastic, like Wanda didn't see it. If she was being sarcastic, then it would have been like where Wanda would have seen it. But Wanda had her back turned to Agatha at that point because Agatha was kind of behind her. And so when she stepped forward, I don't think that was necessarily sarcasm as much as it was her actually having a soft spot for Wanda's plight. And that may lend itself to what Godfather is saying, because she may, you know, ultimately I still agree that she's kind of out to get, you know, knowledge on how Wanda's able to do what she's doing. But I think that there could be an opportunity there where, you know, if let's say there's another big bad, somebody behind Agatha, maybe she gets to a point where she realizes that, you know, this person this entity, whoever it is, let's say it's Nightmare, for example. Let's say she kind of feels like Nightmare is going a little too ham, or that he's like, she really actually starts feeling sorry for Wanda and the way that Wanda's been going through it. And that could be an opening or an opportunity for there to be that kind of anti-hero establishment with Agatha, is from that perspective. But no, I honestly felt like she in that moment was like, not necessarily like, oh, boo-hoo, I'm sad, but like more of a like, oh, damn, like they really did have some type situation.
Yeah, especially with the whole, like, because she comes in hard in the beginning of the episode. Really, I'm like, you did all this. Like, you're the one that, like, she's accusing Wanda. And then she starts realizing, like, okay, I'm going to take you back. And she's still in that kind of, like, antagonistic approach. But the further she goes, like, the further she sees what actually happens and the fact that she, like, had no clue what she was doing. And so that's softening her. And I will say, if you the song that I'm sure we're going to hear before the end of tonight with Agatha All Along.
Oh yeah.
Agatha All Along is very reminiscent of the most famous Severus Snape line of always. So, you know, I'm leaning harder into this analog of Snape in this analogy, but I think it could work.
Okay. Well, we getting into spoilers yet? We're gonna pop up.
Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and do that, because I see it's already almost about 11 o'clock. Let's go on first of all, and there it is. You have now entered the spoiler zone. This is your one and only warning. If you don't want any spoilers for tonight, then you best to raise the hell up, because we about to go into all the shits. This is your last warning. I tell you what, we gonna give you this amount of time to get the hell up out of here.
You ain't got to go home, but if you don't want spoilers, gotta get the hell up out of here. And I feel like the numbers shall grow instead of it going down. But why we do that?
You already know.
All along. My man Godfather called it out, didn't he?
Yes, he did. No, we had to do it. No, we had to do it.
Yep.
That's how we keeps it popping. That's what happens when we arrive. Everybody check your nerd coin.
Yeah, check that nerd coin.
It's beautiful, ain't it? I think it's beautiful. Gotta love that nerd coin, man.
Gotta love that nerd coin, man.
And I'm keeping track out there for all the people that are giving the compliments to the beard. I'm setting up the beard coin.
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know. I don't think I've seen any compliments on the beard. See some compliments.
Oh.
Comb your beard.
Let me stop, man. But
hey, you like how I'm nice and trimmed up for this last episode here?
Oh yeah.
I'm ready to go.
I see.
Job looking like a regular Hercules. Godfather for Hercules, everybody.
Yeah.
No, I'll go for Conan.
Real soon.
I'll go for Conan.
Wow, man.
Let's
not say that name.
Piss off the OG Captain Pennsylvania.
I was about to say, you say that name, you know he's gonna show up.
You say it 3 times, he might.
You know, Josh was talking about Scotty Summers this morning, and I was sitting there waiting for Captain to show up in the chat.
Man, I saw that. You know what? I'm almost ready to put a ABP out, but not quite. Not quite.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not quite yet.
But
show up one
before,
of these days.
You know, we've been talking about it, so I wanted to bring this up real quick because I thought the homie did a hell of a job, as always, breaking this down. So I want the homie Josh to kind of take us through what he believes to be the spoilers. So let's go ahead.
Behind me like that.
Yeah, you know, he be creeping, man. He be creeping. Let's get it.
Creeper eye.
Episode, and he will be joining the Mac.
Let's bring that.
No, if he's confused, bracelet breaking the spell that controls.
Oh, here we go. It's a little bit too far.
In this interaction, Monica Rambeau. Control, or is this an indication of something that's going on with the multiverse? Well, it is out there in leaks that at the beginning of this episode, you will see an interaction between Pietro and Monica Rambeau. And in this interaction, Monica Rambeau will be able to see the magic emanating off of the necklace that Pietro is wearing, and we will, as the audience, recognize this to be the same color of magic and form of magic that we are familiar with for Agatha Harkness. Monica's going to break the bracelet, breaking the spell that controls Pietro. And this is where it gets weird because Pietro apparently will ask Monica right away if she is a mutant. And he will also indicate confusion about where he is at. Now, this doesn't prove that he is the Pietro from the Fox X-Men universe, so far as we know. If
yes,
he's
it does.
Confused and he's talking about mutants and he looks like that guy, it's a pretty safe bet that that is indeed the universe that he is coming from. And by the way, this actually lines up with other leaks that happened weeks ago from some Indonesian leakers that were saying similar things, talking about how Pietro will not be a bad guy in this episode and he will be joining the Maximoff family even after having that necklace broken and realizing he's not exactly the brother of this Wanda. Now, let's talk about the fact that Agatha is going to be taking on pretty much the entire Maximoff family as far as we can tell. And this would be the twins, Wanda, Vision, who's going to show up and help everything out. And then Pietro himself, who will actually be working with them as well and helping out. I think even Monica will be fighting against Agatha. Now, here's what's interesting about this. It's not perfectly clear what's going on here, but it would seem that Agatha is going to be powerful enough to maybe face off against all of these different people, which is pretty ridiculous. But this is likely because either the Darkhold itself is giving her crazy powers, she might be able to use chaos magic herself, or she is tapped into the power of Nightmare. Now, on a crazy side note, although it is not really in a lot of the different leaks, I personally believe there is something to the Nightmare and the fact that Wanda could still be dreaming, or that some of what we are even seeing in the finale might not actually be real. I'm personally confused about this, but there's not enough evidence to pull any kind of concrete theories out. I just think Nightmare could be involved, and that some of what is happening here could have to do with somebody being asleep, or perhaps the Infinity Stones being broken, allowing for Nightmare's powers to not just simply affect people when they are asleep. Something like that I feel is going on. But frankly, if Agatha Harkness is really going to be powerful enough to fight against Vision, Wanda, Monica, Quicksilver, and the twins, and potentially even Doctor Strange and another X-Men, which we're going to talk about in just a second, then who the F is this person? And
so yeah, like let's stop right there for a second.
Unpack already.
Yeah, let's stop right there. Number one, because the Pietro thing, like we said, we kind of figured that we'll get a definitive answer on that, but from the leaks, it sounds like that answer will come by way of, Monica being able to see the purple magic emanated from his necklace and realizing that he's under that spell. Purple, you already know. Purple's magic, baby. Purple's magic, baby. But how do we feel about that, Godfather? Are you buying that?
Yes, but I'm really hoping that it's still reminiscent of that 90s era and it's a puka shell necklace.
Oh man. I see you.
That's the only thing that I kept coming back to is like, sure, if it's a necklace, but it's got to be a puka shell necklace if it's really gonna stay.
It really means anything, right?
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Gotta rock those pooks.
Hey, let me see some purple emojis in the chat. The purple main emojis. If you had one of them puka shell necklaces back in the day, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. If you was old enough and you know what's up, did you have one? Let me know. And while we wait on them answers, Livas, what you think, man? Do you think that's the way it's gonna go down tonight?
I don't know about the whole just as easy as ripping a necklace off and oh my gosh, what's going on? Are you a mutant? I don't know if they would be that blatant with him asking, "Are you a mutant?" or if it'll be as easy as ripping off a necklace. I feel more or less maybe somehow she knocks him out of her influence still.
Okay.
But we find out that it wasn't a necklace or anything like that, because the way that they ended it when they said it was Agatha all along, they showed that it was her power kind of behind him and possessing him that way. So it's either he's not possessed at all and she only used him for that point. When she was done with him, she set him back. He woke up and was like, what the hell happened? You know what I'm saying? So he was snooping as well and caught her snooping. And now they're just snooping together. And by the time they figure out everything that's going on and they get down in the basement, Agatha and Wanda are gone because they're already going through their little time steps that they went through to figure out what the hell is going on with Wanda. So I think from there, they're going to be down in the basement and scoping some things out and figuring, and we'll be getting all those answers during that time about who Pietro is. I'm not completely convinced that he is a Fox X-Men version brought over from the multiverse or anything like that. I would still go with the fact that maybe he was a character that's already there in Westview.
I'm so hoping that he is the Fox Quicksilver.
Oh, a lot of people are.
Go ahead.
Because what that means is that Darkhold is from the ABC hit show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay.
And it brings more canon to piss off Josh.
I knew that's where you were going. I knew it. I'm interested though, man. Like I'm amazed that you think that White Suge is just trolling people with this Pietro situation, Livas, because I just don't see how you could set this up. They even showed that in the subtitles for I think the Spanish that the Spanish language subtitles that they described him as the Fox, the Pietro or Quicksilver from the Fox X-Men movies.
Right.
So
the audio description.
The audio description, there you go. So if you go that far to let people know who this is, why would you do that if it wasn't gonna mean shit? Like, I just don't understand why somebody would do that, or why not somebody. I take that back, because that's some. You know what? I'm just going on to say it. That's some DC shit. That's some DC shit. Like, you're going to dangle that out there for people and then be like, nah, I really didn't mean nothing. It was nothing. Like, that's on that DC's type shit. And Feige is just not that dude, man. Like, I feel like White Suge knows better than to get everybody salivated and then leave them hanging on that. Now, I would not put it past him to have certain rumors or certain things floated out there. We know he's done it in the past to kind of throw people off the scent, but I just don't think this is one of them, man. I think this is going to be a situation where we do find out that this is, in fact, the Fox Pietro. Now, I will say this. The necklace thing I'm kind of iffy on. And I'm with you on that one because I feel like if it's that simple to where it's like, oh, it was just the necklace the whole time, like that might be a little bit weak. But if they kind of do it in a way that it's not like where the necklace is maybe a part of the spell, but that, you know, it requires like some type of active effort on Agatha's part to make this work, then I'm with that. But I think in any event, we are going to find out that this is, in fact, the Fox X-Men Pietro. And if we continue with these leaks, the leaks seem to kind of solidify that as well, based on some more of what the homie Josh spilled on what might very well be going down. So what do y'all say we get into the rest of this real quick and see what he's talking about? Let's do it.
And is she possibly getting help from the White Vision? Now, here's something interesting. Vision on White Vision. It seems to be a fight that is inevitable. Some leakers talked about that prior weeks, although none of the new leaks specifically mention this going down. We feel as though this might be a thing, and there's still a lot of questions about who White Vision is. Is it a Vision character? Is it going to be a copy of Vision, or will it be Ultron or some other nefarious figure? Regardless, definitely looks like something crazy is going to be happening with that White Vision. But if White Vision joins with the Maximoff family and it's White Vision, Vision, Wanda, and just all of those other people we just mentioned all going against Agatha Harkness, then who the F is Agatha Harkness? Like, if there's not a Nightmare or Mephisto person involved, then this is just not going to make any sense to me. This is the most powerful witch I've ever seen. Okay. But here's where it starts to get even more crazy, guys. And this, I just want to give you one more spoiler warning. This is the big kahuna, the craziest thing, the thing that you will not believe, but is more and more looking to be an actual thing. And that would be that apparently a half hour into the episode, Doctor Strange will not only show up to aid our heroes, but he will be showing up with another Fox X-Man. And it will not be Magneto. It will not be Charles Xavier. It will be Nightcrawler. And it will be the Nightcrawler played by Cody Smith-McPhee, who played the younger version of the character in X-Men Apocalypse. Now, when I first heard about this, and we did talk about this on the morning stream, it seemed kind of loose to me. But apparently in the episode 5 breakdown that John Roca from Collider did on his YouTube channel, he talked about the agent for the actor that did play this character in X-Men Apocalypse. He talked about how he needed to edit parts out of that episode, and now he understands why, indicating that yes, indeed, there's more than just smoke and mirrors going on with this Nightcrawler thing. It is indeed going to be this guy likely playing Nightcrawler showing up with Doctor Strange. Now, this is what's really crazy. Apparently, the reason it has to be Nightcrawler is because of the teleportation in order to get into the Hex, which I find fascinating because it would imply that something to do with mutants and mutants' ability to use magic is the key to getting through some of the barriers that Wanda has set up. Traditional magic seems to have its limits in its ability to affect what Wanda is doing, but that's just a hunch. I don't know for sure. Regardless, Doctor Strange showing up is one thing. Absolutely amazing. We've been anticipating that for a long, long time. But another Fox X-Men coming in, and it being Nightcrawler, a fan favorite character that can do a lot of cool stuff. I mean, think about it. Feige is taking two of the most fun X-Men characters in Nightcrawler and Quicksilver, and he's going to bring them into an episode of WandaVision that likely has massive amount of VFX. Like, am I crazy to believe that we might see Nightcrawler bamfing around and Quicksilver doing his thing and doing some ridiculous stuff to try to get everybody out of the Hex? And on top of that, according to the leak, Nightmare will be revealed. And so it's not just crazy rumors. It likely will be Nightmare. And I'm still on the Al Pacino rumors, although I frankly don't know exactly how that could work. But I mean, frankly, I don't care. I want the X-Men. I want friggin' Nightcrawler. That would be so incredible. And Doctor Strange, and hopefully give some kind of an explanation for what is going on. This sounds nuts. And they still haven't leaked, apparently, all the craziness that will happen in the episode.
So, yeah. Nightcrawler.
No, man.
Oh, no.
Nobody's on the Nightcrawler train, huh?
Nobody's
All
on
right.
the Nightcrawler train.
All right. So the explanation that you need mutant abilities to get inside the hex because all that. How did Agatha get in? How did Agatha's magic get through without Doctor Strange being the Sorcerer Supreme being able to get through?
See, I read that, or I heard that a little bit differently. What I pictured in my head when I heard that was that you've got a situation where the shit gets real within the hex. This battle is going down. You've got all of these people that are being mind controlled that need to get out. It's like all hell's breaking loose. It's like World War III in this joint. And you've got Doctor Strange creating portals to get people out, but you've also got Nightcrawler doing the same thing. That's the way I took it. Now, that being said, I don't know.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
I don't know. That sounds a little fanboyish to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like somebody was at home writing the episode, because it's just, if you go there, now look, I know I just sat here and I made the argument and I'm telling you that Fox Pietro is not a troll. But if it goes this far, like in this finale, like, hold on, man. Like, just wait a damn minute. Hold on. Man. You can't do this to me, White Suge, at the end of the series. The end of the season, you gonna get me with all of this? Now, that being said,
he certainly could.
Exactly. And we just talked about earlier in this very episode that the director has come out and warned people not to spoil this last episode, man. Mm-hmm. So that tells me that there's about, I would say, maybe a 40% chance that we get these leaks proven to be true. I'm putting it at about 40%. What say you in the two-way while we keep this moving? What do you think the percentage of us getting Nightcrawler, Doctor Strange, and finding out fake Pietro is from the Fox universe? Matter of fact, and just go throw Nightmare in on it too. Are we the chances of us getting all of that confirmed tonight? What is the percentage? Lavis, what say you, my dude?
I would say I would go lower than that, and I would say it's about a 20% chance that all of this stuff is going to come true. I don't see Nightcrawler coming in to do no benf in any kind of way, because again, that kind of spoils about the X-Men, or at least mutants, in a different way. It doesn't spoil it for the fact that, oh, now we finally get mutants, so here is the confirmation. I think it spoils it more for the fact that we're expecting at least a hex to be some kind of reason why people have mutant powers. You know what I'm saying? So if you bring in a mutant that had nothing to do with the hex, that kind of dulls things down a little bit, although it still raises questions of, okay, well, perhaps mutants have existed way past when, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't feel it being I don't feel like it's going to be Nightcrawler. I still think that if they're going to get us with anybody, it would still be a Magneto, Professor X, and because they don't want it being spoiled, they're just going heavy on it being Nightcrawler as a
But don't you think though that if you drop Professor X and Magneto at the end of this show, don't you think that kind of dominates the story going forward? Like, don't you think more people will be more like, I don't know about you, but if you're going to introduce Magneto, then I want to know what the hell's been up with Magneto this whole time, way more than I do want to know what's going on with Wanda. That's just me. I'm an X-Men fan like that, and I just feel like that's going to be kind of because of the fact that Magneto is a familiar name to normies based off the X-Men, the Fox X-Men series. You know Magneto. Now, granted, they know who Wanda is now. You know, we've had several movies, since Ultron to kind of get to know Wanda, and you've watched this whole season, so you're invested in her as well. But from an identity standpoint, if you have Michael Fassbender, Magneto, show up, just for example, right? People already know who that is. And like, people are going to immediately want to know, okay, so what's going to happen with him? And if you can't tell me that would then pave a way for him to be in the Doctor Strange 2 movie, because essentially you're not going to make freaking Magneto, a background player in a Doctor Strange movie. He would have to be he would have to be up front.
Well, he could be front and center.
Right, but I don't.
Part of helping.
Right, but do you think that that's been like of all the things that we've heard about Doctor Strange 2? Do you think that Magneto would be something that's been kept under wraps like that?
I would think it'd be something that would be so overlooked that even the fact that we're talking about it as a possibility now, I'm pretty sure people in the two-way are like, nah, we'd like it, but that's not going to happen for that to happen.
All right.
That's what I think. They kept Luke Skywalker under wraps for a year. So
yeah, but did they though? People say that, but did they? Because
look,
let me tell you something. Look, all due respect, you a Star Wars swarmy, homie. Like the mathematics proved that if it wasn't Luke, then that show was gonna fall the fuck apart. Because Luke was the only Jedi that mattered at that point. It couldn't have been Cal Kestis. It couldn't have been some resurrected Mace Windu. The only Jedi that would have made sense in that moment would have been Luke. Now, the thing that shocked everybody was the fact that they actually did it. Like for us, like that's what happened. And now I see to that point though, I see what you're saying, because if Magneto were to pop up tonight, I'm going to come on afternoon and be like, I ain't think they was going to do that, man. Like it's like the 12-year-old in me that used to sit and watch the X-Men animated series every day after school just is not ready for me to have, within a 6-month time span, Luke Skywalker show the fuck back up, and then Magneto to pop up in an MCU movie, or I'm not even a movie, in an MCU streaming show, just like, surprise, motherfucker. Like, I'm not ready for that. Like, I'm not ready.
I'm not either. I'm gonna say this, that I'm gonna pop it over to Godfather because I want to see how this makes him feel. But to be completely honest, I don't think we're gonna get another X-Men. Period. If I'm gonna be 100% real with you, I don't think we're gonna get another X-Men. I think we're gonna get our final, because I'm thinking about all the pops that came out too, and it was popped in the Discord, and practically we got 2 pops left with the potential for a secret. They always kind of do that. Here's your little secret pop.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna get Wanda in the full costume pop. We're gonna get a Doctor Strange for the WandaVision pop. And then we'll possibly get whoever the reveal is, because they have to tell us who the hell Ralph is. They don't necessarily have, and then Ralph could have been that bunny the whole time. You know what I'm saying? We already kind of got even though he's fake, we kind of got a Pietro Fox X-Men pop already. So realistically, I don't think we're going to get a Magneto, a Nightcrawler, a Xavier, none of that. I think we're just going to get Mark Hamill as Nightmare. What do you think about that, Godfather?
Okay. I have been on the train of Magneto all along. I've been simping that hard. I would love nothing more than to see Magneto. Looking forward and looking at how they would have to actually tie up so many loose ends with the mutants in order to bring in any of the X-Men.
Word.
You bring it, Al's talking about it. If you bring in anybody, you got to jump right into that. You got to be ready to dive hardcore into that in the next series in 2 weeks.
Unless it's Nightcrawler.
Well,
just saying.
So let's talk about another superhero that has the ability to use portals cross-dimensionally, who's already rumored for Doctor Strange 2. We know she's in Doctor Strange 2. And if you look back at the timing, I get that it's tight, but we could potentially see an America Chavez reference here, in a similar way that we saw Nick Fury paging Captain Marvel at the end of Infinity War.
Okay.
Or whether we see it as just some star-shaped portals opening up that people are jumping through. But to bring in X-Men, bring in Nightcrawler, like, look, I'd love to see Nightcrawler. I don't think it's I don't think it's the right move right now. I think you can explore, you can dive deeper into that in some ways in Madripoor, in the Falcon Winter Soldier, but this sets up both like short-term and long-term, like sets up the story in both directions. I think it's America Chavez.
Okay. I would say if we get America Chavez, period, then that means that Pietro's the wizard. Period. Because that's his wife. Hey. You can't give me his wife and then not say that the wizard's not in this nowhere. That makes no sense to me. So and that's her original parents. That's her real parents is the wizard and Miss America. So if we get that, then
doesn't that help tie some things together in a way that's different?
It kind of makes
different than what everyone's been leaking.
It puts a little joy back in for me because, like I said, I really would like to see the Squadron Supreme. So if we do that, we can get all of them.
And please remember that this is coming from the man that was hoping beyond hope and dying to get Ultron or James Spader as Vision's boss in the Office episode, or as the father-in-law in the Modern Family side.
This is true. You did want that.
No doubt.
Look,
no doubt.
I've got some great theories. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen, but it's a great way for them to set up the next phase.
Agreed. And that's the thing, man. Yeah. It's like the man say, I see he finally made an appearance there. The homie Josh
woke up.
Finally up from his nap, said, who knows what will happen? You know, we just a bunch of dudes speculating on the net. We don't know, man. But, you know,
nobody knows what
White Suge is holding all the cards right now. So who knows where it's going to go. But I tell you this much. It better go somewhere. Because if all we get, but south. Because if we get an episode where it's just your standard fare, you get, you know, White Vision pops up in the Hex, ends up battling Vision. That ends up being a wash, or, you know, nobody comes out on that. And, you know, Doctor Strange shows up and just says, we've got to do something about Wanda. And it's like roll credits. And I forgot. And then we find out that fake Pietro is indeed just an imposter Pietro recast. I don't know, man.
And it was Agatha all along.
Right.
And there's no one behind Wanda. Agatha.
Man, look, let me tell you.
I see a lot of tears coming at the end of this one, whether it be you disappointed or just feeling bad for Wanda. I feel people gonna cry.
Oh yeah.
Regardless.
I think waterworks are indeed in order tonight.
Yeah.
I think so. Man, look at this. Josh said he's actually about to take his power nap.
Whatever. You know, he was sitting there like, after dark,
Yeah, pretty much. He was like, yeah, let's go.
Right. Everybody wants to see after.
He had to take a pre-nap for his nap.
That's because he's about to go get his Dunkin'.
Oh, man. He said, man, Josh said, I'm going to cry if we don't get mutants.
Right. The mutants are we riot.
Keep your tissue handy, because I don't know, man. Like, I'm hoping that, again, Feige, in Feige we trust, man. White Suge is the man for a reason. We call him White Suge for a reason.
I will say, he did say they can't use Evan Peters unless it made sense. So I will say, you guys will probably be right, and it be the Fox X-Men version, but it's not going to be like how the leaks said that they were. I don't feel like the leaks 100%. He's going to be like, oh, are you a mutant too? I mean, if Monica knocks the crap out of him with her new mutant powers, he might ask that damn question and not even be a mutant.
Right.
Hey, don't be mentioning new mutants on this channel.
Oh yeah, we don't do that. Man. We don't do that.
No, see, I didn't even realize I had said that.
We don't do that here. No, we don't do that here. But man, look, okay. So let's get down to it before we get into this conversation of libation. I need to know, and y'all let us know in the two-way as well. Final prediction for tonight in terms of score. Two things. Will this be the best episode this season? And what are you scoring it?
Okay.
Lavish, let's start with you, man.
You want to start with me?
We're going to start with you, man.
But me, I hold high hopes that I will at least finally give one of these a 10. But for right now, reserve the right to say I give it anywhere, prediction 9 to a 9.5. For some reason, I feel like I won't walk away from this completely satisfied, but I definitely know I have invested a lot of time into this series so far, so I will have to give it at least its due of a 9 to a 9.5.
No doubt.
For all reasons.
No doubt.
For all reasons. What about you, Godfather?
I'm gonna go with the dad joke of all dad jokes and give it a 9 out of 9.
So it was never a 10 in the first place.
Because it's episode 9.
Because it's episode 9. I see what you did there.
Yeah, that surpassed even my daddiest of dad jokes.
Yeah, that one even requires a laugh track.
Right.
There you go.
You got to give him the laugh track. You got to give him the laugh track. I'm going to say tonight, man, look, I'm going 10. I'm going 10 out of 10, man. I think tonight is going to be one of those episodes where we all are shocked, not necessarily in a good way, but that regardless, we are going to come away from this episode going, holy shit. That's what I really feel is going to go down tonight. I think it's going to be one of those episodes where we're going to be looking back at this one going, oh, I can't believe they did that. And I can't tell you, though, if that's going to be on the good side or the bad side. But one way or the other, that episode is going to be a 10 because I'm going to give it, because it takes, look, I'm going to just say it takes balls, man. For White Sugar, if he come out here and give us nutting, if we get nutting, that's some cojones, man. That's White Sugar going, look, I ain't got to give you shit.
Right.
You still going to watch.
I think he going to make us wait, man.
You think he going to make us wait? I hope not. I hope not. We're going to
get a lot of toward the end. We're going to wrap up what we need to wrap up. And it's going to set up Doctor 2 or even Spider-Man toward the end of this.
No doubt.
Going away with all of the animals.
I do not. So where do we go? You know, and I know this is kind of getting premature, but where do we go from here? Before you answer that real quick, I want to go with Godfather first, but I'm looking and I see, scores look like they all over the place. I see a 7.5. I see some 10s, some 9s. I see an 8675309 from World's Famous. I see what you did there. I don't think we have to worry about Jenny being the secret appearance, but
no,
man, I don't know. Like, what do you think moving forward? Like, I know, Lavish, you've been on the sequel train. I know that you've been feeling like there might be a second season, and that you don't see any reason why there wouldn't be. I know Godfather said he was coming around to that idea, but what does your gut tell you? Do we get a season 2? Godfather, what you think?
I think by the time that we want a season 2, we're gonna be so far deep into phase 4 that we're not even, it's not gonna even make sense at that point. Like, I think that the fact that we've got a week off before Falcon Winter Soldier starts up, they're setting, White Sugar is setting us up to just get hit week after week with the feels in one way or the other. And so what I'm thinking about more than anything is what's going to be the resolution here that gets us to jump into Falcon and Winter Soldier in 2 weeks, but enough to like keep us satisfied, to keep us happy. Like, it's such a fine balance of, wow, I have so many more questions. Can't wait to jump into Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Right.
Yeah. That's the thing, right? And that's where I'm at with it. Like, my gut tells me that we won't need a sequel or a second season. And the reason I say that is because, and I said this a couple of weeks ago, I think the way that this is being set up and the way that they land this out, not very many of these series, I'm not saying none of them will have a second season, but really the second season is going to take place through the lens of another character, if you will. So we'll get a continuation of this arc. And you know, Scarlet Witch will definitely be a player going forward. You know, we still might even get kind of a Vision resolution later on in another one of these episodes. But I don't think that we necessarily have to have a WandaVision season 2 to continue the story. So I don't think we'll get one. I think by the end of tonight, we will be so thirsty for Doctor Strange 2 that it's not going to make any sense. And I'm like you, Godfather. It's going to be like, hey, bring on Falcon and Winter Soldier, because I got to know where else this is going. Like, what else is going on around this time? How is all of this fitting together? And where is this headed? That's the way I see it going, man. Straight up.
For me, to answer the question, where do we go from here? Of course, we go into Falcon and Winter Soldier. Everybody's excited for that. I'm excited for that. I'm more excited for it still than I was for WandaVision. But I am triggered. I am very triggered by y'all's comments to the point where I'm getting strong. Josh told me that the Snyder Cut wasn't coming out on the HBO Max vibe. That's how I'm getting it. And I'm marking down this episode.
Please do.
And I'm going to hold on to this because I will say, looking at the business venture, and I'm going to keep saying what I've been saying, it'll be a waste to take such a huge property like WandaVision and flush it down just because you want to do Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. I feel like a lot of people are being completely myopic on this topic. See what I did there?
I see.
And even Anthony Mackie is not going to answer if his show has a season 2 or not because his show ain't showed up yet. And just like they did with the Boba Fett, we was like, oh, they didn't say nothing about Boba Fett. Maybe, and then what happened at the end of Mandalorian season 2? Oh, you're getting the whole Boba Fett show that they did not talk about.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a little different.
No, it's completely different.
That's a little different.
You know why, Lavis?
No, it's not.
What is WandaVision set up around? This
what
idea.
WandaVision set up around 2 characters that have a complete comic book story arc that is barely even being touched, that involves mutants in the future, period. After we finally start getting into more about mutants, you can keep feeding the story in a season 2 from however Doctor Strange ends, period. So what do we got?
But here's the deal. WandaVision is set up as a travel through TV time. It's set up as to explore the form of TV.
Wrong. I do not agree. I do not see this as a story that is revolved around TV. I see this as a story that revolved around a young woman's trials, tribulations, to the point where she needed to retreat somewhere, and that's just the decision that she made, and the consequences of what she's doing extend way past the fact that she wanted to sit back in 1950s for a little bit and go through Malcolm in the Middle. I think is a lot crazier than we're looking at. Oh, this is set up for this.
I'm not saying that the story is not crazier than that. I'm just saying that the show WandaVision is set up to explore this realm of TV.
I like this.
And because of that, if we do get a second season, if we call it that, it's not going to be WandaVision. It's going to be Woo Vision or whatever we want to call it, but it's not going to be anything.
Look, I'm gonna let y'all know something. I'm gonna let y'all in on a secret. When Lavis thinks he's right, his lips pucker up like he just had a mouthful of sour powers. And I'm just watching his lips over here puckering like a motherfucker because he is on one tonight, ladies and gentlemen. My main over here is like, hey, you motherfuckers can say whatever you want to say. But come next year, when season 2 drop, I don't want to hear SHIT. That's what I'm.
I'm gonna wager 3,000 nerd coins.
Oh, we put nerd coin on it. 2. Oh, say, wait a minute. He said, put your nerd coin where your mouth is, Lavis.
I see you, and I will raise it up to 3,500.
Oh, look, that man put 35. Look, y'all, we got this on tape now.
Done.
Done.
Hey, 3,500 nerd coin.
3,500 nerd coin on the line.
Nerd coin. When they come back
2
next year, season 2, and still call it WandaVision, and the complete format is just completely different. And I set it up like an old school TV show that continuing the story from Doctor Strange 2.
I do want to be clear about this because I've made some really shitty bets in the past, saying like it will never happen. You're saying next year we're getting WandaVision season 2. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Completely new look. Same two characters, continuing the story.
I'm getting 3,500 nerd coin at January 1st, 2023.
Look at this, man. Look, y'all heard it here first.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
What he forgot to say was there's a whole negative sign right in front of that 35. He's gonna be given. He's gonna be given. And matter of fact, I will take it as my Christmas gift. Because I'm pretty sure that they're gonna start talking about this. I give them August. I say right around the end of August, we're gonna start getting nice little leaks and stuff about WandaVision season 2, or excuse me, when is Doctor Strange 2 supposed to come out? Whenever that movie is supposed to come out, we'll all revisit this moment and hear about it. WandaVision season 2.
Indeed, we shall, because I am damn sure gonna be on the sideline spectating this bet.
Right, because he's over here like, I'm not putting.
Look, let me tell you something. When it comes to my nerd coin, man, I only put that on the line when I have strong feelings, and this one is kind of iffy though. I can't do it. I'm gonna
say this before we get in the conversation libation. Pretty much, the whole thing is, by the time we get to where we even talk about it, season 2 of any of these shows, hopefully all of us will have prospered in nerd coin.
Oh yeah,
3,500. I'll just smack him in the face with it like it's nothing. Be like, here.
Yes,
because you're wrong.
No. That's just me. That's me being humble in the moment because I know I'm right.
I'm so grateful that one of us can be humble because
I love this. I love it.
Have I ever told y'all what lavish means? Do you understand what LAVAS means? Have I ever said that?
Oh, he's gonna break it down. He's breaking it down.
Lavish means love and virtues are strength. So I will always tell you you are wrong with love. I will always refortify you with the virtues, and I will build you back up to have some strength when you have to relieve that 3,500 nerd coin because it's so damn heavy. So,
and you know what the Godfather means?
You ain't shit. No, it's not.
It means I paint houses.
So he paints houses.
Oh man,
paint them purple for me, man. Oh. Paint them purple.
I only paint one color, and that's the color of your shirt.
Oh, that's what's up.
Paint red. He gonna paint. You know why? He's saying this is a Dodge. This is ketchup.
Hey, look. All I'm gonna say is this: after listening to y'all two go back and forth, I am. I'm dead, bro. We need to get into this conversation and libation, bro. Y'all wildin', but it's the night, man. It's the season finale. Let's go. So let's get into it. Yes. We got conversation and libation. What's popping?
Let's get into conversation and libation, guys. This is the point where we will answer your super chats, and we're gonna kick it with you guys in the chat. So if you want to make sure that your comment guarantees it's read, pop in the super chat. If you don't got it, no big deal.
And those super chats earn some extra nerd coin.
Yes, that
they do.
Chats, y'all try to get that nerd coin. Now's the time to do it, man. But I'm gonna start from the top here. What I got.
What you got?
And we got Connor Darwin. Connor Darwin. His name's kind of close. But anyway, unpopular opinion. He said, but I don't want this to have anything to do with mutants. Also, Lavis mic is way too hot. Yeah, I know my mic is sexy. Very sexy.
Well, I have a feeling we're gonna get a lot of these super chats tonight.
Oh yeah, in the beginning, yeah. People got jokes. Wait till we get the pocket.
I can't wait.
Next we got Mike Hawes with the $5 holla. Thank you, sir. He says season finale expectation. Doctor Strange shows up at the end, looking for Dottie, who was Clea, and it's her basement. Nightmare teased, and it's her basement. Nightmare teased, and it's Mark. What do you guys think of that? It's Dottie. Dottie is Clea, and it's her basement that we are tied into. Now, to remind you who Dottie or Clea is, that is the episode 2, old girl who was putting the fundraiser together.
Okay.
Yeah,
that would be a random ass callback. Like like I'm not saying I'm totally against that, but that would be the most random like callback all season. because nobody would see that coming.
Right.
So you might be on to something.
Now,
but
I'll tell you why. Because
a lot of people saw that coming in at the time. A lot of people were all over the Clea Dottie train early on.
Yep.
Yeah.
And in the last episode, when we saw how she created the hex, like that dispelled so much of the first couple of episodes in a way that I think people are sleeping on them. Like I've heard people say that, like, I can't go back and watch those now that I know that none of the people were important.
I don't. Yeah, but see, I don't think that. I don't really think that's the case.
I don't either.
I don't feel like they aren't important because we're still gonna get Miss Marvel, and they're still in Jersey. So a lot of these people that we saw pop up, especially my man when he freed him, he was like, "Yeah, I gotta go check on my sister. Gotta free my sister."
Yeah,
there's a lot of those.
Here's a real wild theory. What if Darcy? What does Darcy become?
A problem because she's so thick.
Man, stop it. I was trying to get through the whole episode without getting on Darcy. Man, look.
No simping for Darcy.
At least she ain't Marcy Darcy.
Oh, God.
You said they can go through and do Married with Children.
That's bitter beer face.
They could have totally done Married with Children.
They
too,
sure could have. They
sure
could have. Oh, man.
What do y'all guys think about Nightmare being Mark Hamill? That's Steve.
Hey, let me tell you something. That would just be so fucking dope. Because anytime Mark Hamill's playing a villain, I'm here for it. And to see him embody that character, I would love to see him bring that to the big screen, because that's where Nightmare needs to be. That, let me just put it like that. Nightmare's got to be a well-known actor and somebody that can get up there and show their whole ass. And I feel like Mark Hamill would get up there and
I don't want to see Nightmare's ass.
Would show, look, I'm speaking metaphorically, motherfucker. Shit. But no, man, he'd be dope. I put it like that. I would love to see that. I would love to see that, man.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm down with it too. And who we got next? We got the real Jesse Lee Reed again with the $5.
Jesse Lee.
Since we now know that Azaka was drawn to the Westview by the Hex, shouldn't we wonder whose home she occupied? Probably wasn't a vacant house next door. So I ain't gonna lie, I kind of missed that. So what? She said she was drawn to the Hex? Or
yeah, so the Hex got created and she sensed the magic, or she was drawn to the magic from the Hex, and that's what brought her in.
Oh, okay. So she wasn't always part of town.
No. And that's why my whole, like, the whole idea of needing to be a mutant to be able to come into the Hex doesn't play.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's what I was about to say. That makes better sense then, because I do remember her saying she was drawn to the power air in the basement. That part I do remember her saying. She was drawn to that little area that she had pretty much trapped her. And I feel like those runes were already set up, and that's why she was testing Wanda to the point where she was like, you don't recognize none of these. You're over here casting all these spells, but you don't know what basic runes are. Like,
right?
You didn't sense this area. What brought you here? If I was brought here by this basement and this power and this book, why are you here and have zero interest? You know what I'm saying? So I kind of had the impression that I still agree. Yeah, whose house did she take over? Because somebody had to have lived there. Basement could have always been like that. Nobody over top of it. But I don't know. I'll go back and watch it before I go to bed. If I'm wrong.
So being the resident architect in the den, the way that the house was built that Wanda came and occupied, that was a house that was already standing and had been destroyed.
Yeah.
And there was no basement there.
Right.
And I'll just say this again. I'm in California. I'm in San Diego. So I'm not saying that I completely understand all of the other areas of all of the other construction, whatever. But I will say that anytime you have places with basements, everybody has a basement. It ain't something that you just have randomly.
Yeah,
especially in a suburb planned development like Westview.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Like if there was some of those houses probably already been there. So if it did not have a basement, it just don't randomly have one. But that is still kind of questionable because they're like right next door to each other. And there's no way that little kind of catacomb basement doesn't extend beneath Wanda's. So I kind of agree with you. Maybe it was built over. Maybe they didn't give access to that basement. But there's a lot of implications. See, it's just more questions, even if you don't have theories. It's just more questions to fucking answer. We got Proxy with the $4.99. Think he got jokes, hollers. He said, Lavis, I have a number 3 with the medium Pepsi and an order of mozzarella sticks and a number 2 with a large fry. And guess what? I'm gonna need for you to pull forward and park right over there and wait your ass until I come outside with nothing.
What was that? I can't quite hear you there, Lavis.
Which part? The comb your beard or the you ain't shit? Just because you got Still love you, man.
Man.
Sorry.
It was Al. If you weren't here, Al was talking shit. Hey,
he's actually combing the beard. Oh, damn. My man comb your
purple
beard.
Emojis.
Yes.
Purple main emojis.
Purple
we totally
main
gonna have to show him because he doesn't know. He don't know.
He don't.
Just taking shots. We'll have to show him.
We gonna have to do that.
He'll get it after.
That man literally combed his beard on the stream. I love it, man.
His new name is Comb Bettany.
Yeah, man.
Because he's pro and he keep that beard nice.
Yeah. What else we got, man?
We got Captain Rex. Welcome.
You are a
NerdVenger
now.
Sir.
Yes,
always
sir.
Glad to have new. And right after him, we got Kevin. Also a new NerdVenger. Welcome,
Kevin. You are a NerdVenger now.
Sir. And then we had Kendall Davis with the $5 holla. Thank you, sir. He said, post-credit scene is J. Jonah Jameson walking into his new studio to reveal Peter as Spidey at the end of Far From. Hey, that would be dope.
That would be.
Gang, hit us with that perp.
Easer.
Always a good thing. Then we got T-Rev coming through with the $5.
What's up, T-Rev?
Some Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
He said, Godfather never wants to get out of my Marvel property. Godfather never wants to get out any Marvel property clean. You ever notice that? Godfather's one dirty Don.
I want there to be blood.
Man.
Yes. I can that sounds just like you. People don't know about the real.
Nah, man, no idea.
We got Eduardo, the $5 holla. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you, man.
If Evan Peters Pietro is not from the X-Men cinematic universe, but from an alternate parallel MCU reality where Wanda Maximoff died. And now I can tell you right now, the biggest reason why I can't agree with that is because she's a Nexus being. She would have to be alive. But I still ride out with maybe he's from a different MCU line of things. What do you guys think?
Is anything other than he's just there to troll us? That's all I'm saying. Anything other than him being a troll. If it was a troll job, I ain't with that, man. I ain't with that. So give me any explanation other than, we just put him in there to make all of you motherfuckers stink.
Right.
He's in there for a reason, no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Feige was like, you can't use my man unless it makes sense. They held out, and I don't think they're gonna make him make sense yet until this very last episode. So I think we just all gonna have to sit back and watch and wait, see what happens. We got Kendall Davis back again with the $5 holla. He said, White Vision dies, then later they take him to Wakanda and Shuri implants files in from there. So maybe they back to Wakanda. They beat my man up, take him back there, and kind of do, again, like I said, when I say Wonder Man, or like, I don't mean like that character, I'm meaning they do what they did as far as it putting in the memory. I think those are probably just Easter eggs for the time.
Gotcha.
Get just yet, because if you go look up Wonder Man, he's completely OP. Like, Wonder Man is so OP. If they were to introduce him in like episode 4, this would have been done. already.
Okay.
Because they don't have nothing to disrupt him just yet. And guess what color his energy is?
What color might that be? Purple, man.
It's purple. So that all ties in together.
Maybe the bunny is Wonder Man.
Could be, but I would say I don't know, because for that to be Wonder Man and I'm pretty sure that's her familiar. They I feel like they changed it from being a cat to a bunny, because if it was that obvious, like it was already obvious she was Agatha, if you ask me, cast. But they had to do what they had to do to play that character up to where they waited late. Episode 7 to finally be like, okay, yes, this is Agatha, okay, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like they did what they could to just try to play that out. I still think maybe that the bunny has more implications toward Agatha than most other people. But we will see.
We will indeed.
We got J Slide 805 with the $4.99. He said Deadpool end credit scene explains Pietro. Maybe a clip from a Deadpool movie with the room of the X-Men, and it may explain the Mag's possible cameo. Well,
I'm so happy to get Deadpool whenever we get him.
That part.
That's exactly where I'm leaning at.
I was really hoping in the breaking the fourth wall episode to get a Deadpool hint.
I feel like you're trolling now. Nobody hoping to get no Deadpool in this. For real.
Well, no, but
maybe
if you're gonna break the fourth wall and not acknowledge Deadpool,
right?
True story.
That just makes it even more fun. The fact that they are already kind of breaking the fourth wall and bringing all that stuff and making it canon. So when it does happen, people are like, oh, they did that in WandaVision.
Exactly.
Then we got Jonathan Velasquez with that $2 holler. Thank you, sir. He said Indonesian leakers. Oh boy, White Suge got you good. Trying to say all these leaks ain't real, man.
Hey man, we gonna see. Well, put it like this. One of the things we didn't touch on when we watched the homie Josh video is that the rumored title for tonight's episode is "The Universe is Expanding." So about 10 minutes to 3 o'clock Eastern time, if you get on Disney Plus and that title says the universe is, it's going. We know this. Once you are able to get through that mug, if it says the universe is expanding, in the words of the homie Samuel L. Jackson in Jurassic Park, hold on to your butts, because this shit's getting real.
Yeah, most definitely. For real.
Mm-hmm.
But then we got like we're all trying to do with WandaVision. We got Solve for X with the $4.99.
Appropriate.
He said, I applied the cipher provided by the show and decoded the hidden message. I've spent the week trying to get it out to people. Hashtag the Hex cipher. Now that actually sounds national treasure-ish.
Don't
to
it?
Me.
Don't it?
All right. Before we get any further, I have to do a huge shout out to our resident Discord theorist, Willie, for all the work that he's done this season, putting together all of the amazing theories around the tarot cards. And he has done such an amazing job tying those threads together in ways that even makes me believe.
Shout to Will, man. Shout to Will.
Out to Will.
Yes, sir.
I will say he was something there. But then we got South for X coming back again with the $4.99.
I like it. Appreciate you.
Just look at my pinned tweet at Cashin Soul. The Hex cipher is there with the name of the Nexus villain. Ooh. Sound
interesting.
Very interesting. Then we got Sheev the Wise. $4.99. He said, if Nightcrawler happens, take my nerd coin. Because it's not happening. Ultron or bust. I feel like
I'm gonna take your nerd coin, but
we've already established that. He gonna need all the nerd coin he can take so you can pay me my $3,500. Excuse me, 3,500 nerd coins. This transfers the dollars to me in my mind. That
Look at me. He already thinking money.
Money. For the love of the money. Anyway, we got Rogue Soul with the $5 holler. Thank you, sir. He said,
no. No.
What?
No. I know what Rogue Soul is going to say. No. No Keanu.
You know how it is. Oh, you know how
Let
it
that
is.
man live.
Wait,
Let that man live.
why couldn't it have been Cal Kestis in the Mando finale? I actually thought that's who it was going to be, and then of course, Keanu has got a Ghost Rider or bust. So Al, I'll chalk that up to you. Why couldn't it have been Cal Kestis? I know why.
I'm gonna give you a simple reason.
Right.
Because maybe 10% of Star Wars fans even know who the hell Cal Kestis is. Let's just be real. There are far more Star Wars fans than there are Star Wars gamers. Now, a lot of us are gamers. Don't get it twisted. But most Star Wars fans would not know Cal Kestis from Dio. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just ain't gonna know. If you want to have an impact, that had to be somebody, number one, that was easily recognizable, that made sense, and that would get a pop because that was the season finale. Now, if that was like episode 3 of Mando and you want to bring Cal Kestis in, okay, cool. But after the season that we got, let me tell you something. If Cal Kestis had got off that X-Wing, I'd have turned that shit off.
Oh, man. You know what? I have to agree with you.
And here's a hot take for you. Cal Kestis' game was trash.
Oh, my God. That's what my point was going to be.
Cal Kestis' Jedi Fallen Order was not good. I could have watched that story on YouTube and been happy. But I dropped that $60 to play that shit. I'm upset. EA.
I
upset.
Even asked Al before I went out and got the game. I was like, "Is it good?" And he didn't give me as definitive as he has all of you people. Okay, so I did the smart thing and I bought 2 games. I went and I got Outer Worlds, and I went and I got the Jedi Fallen Order.
Hey, well, look.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, I have not beaten the Jedi Fallen Order, but I've beaten Outer Worlds.
It's worth beating at least once.
Is it?
I tell you this, it's more worth playing than Marvel's Avengers.
Lies.
Bull.
Bull. Get that. I'm still playing Avengers. I have not even picked up Jedi Fallen Order since I bought the game. Okay?
And
my PlayStation even spin it out. It won't take it back. That's how bad that game is.
Look, I'll put it like this. Let me rephrase that. Jedi Fallen Order is worth watching the cut scenes. Put it like that. Watch the cut scenes. Save yourself that money unless it's on sale for free.
Are we still talking about Star Wars, or are we back into Marvel yet?
We can go back. We can go back to Marvel, but I had to speak on. Had to speak on that.
Soup 2 ways is where we at.
There you go.
We have a reason to say why that game.
And actually, Trevor Brightly, I did finish the game. I played it all the way through because I wanted to know exactly where this is going. And as trash as the game was, I hope there is a sequel, because I want it to redeem itself, and I also want to see where they take the story, because that is an interesting concept of having Cal Kestis riding around out there around that time. I want to know where he goes. But yeah, let's keep it moving, man, before y'all make me go off. Fallen Order, man.
I mean, I could go take my power nap too, but
Hey, I'm trying to get us there, man. We trying to get there. These super chats keep coming in, though.
So we got Rogue Soul with the $10. Thank you, sir. He said, I think Agatha's vines will stretch into the sewer of Westview, where a collection of turtles and a rat get touched by the magic vines morphing into turtles. He might not be wrong.
Oh, man. You know what? You might be on to something there. Cowabunga, my guy.
Make sure you bring some. We finished watching this WandaVision episode. Then we got the main Oscar. Welcome. I ain't Nerd Avenger now.
Yes, you are.
Then Daniel Fisher with the $5 holler. He said, no question. Just for the love of After Dark in the community.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Perchicated. We got Alonzo Law with the $4.99. He said, definitely there could be a season 2 of WandaVision down the line. And
nobody told you to have your cousin come in here and super chat, Lavas.
It's the law, okay? If Alonzo said it, it's law. And like AHS, different style and story for each season. Agreed, Lavis. See?
Look, he about to call him Lavis. This Lavis in here super chatting under assumed name, y'all. He almost told off on himself.
Alonzo Law, Lavis.
I want to hear that shit.
I will say that Lavis at least has one other person that agrees with him, because
I have
Otherwise, he would have said American Horror Story instead of AHS.
Well, I only seen
all the way through. I've only seen season 1, and that is my favorite one. I've seen some of them, but just broken up. So no, I am not. You know what? People put what is it? The Rise of the Sith. People always put ROTS in there, and I still am very questionable on saying what it is because I don't want to be wrong. Okay?
You were just wrong. It was Revenge of the Sith, motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I don't say it. The acronyms, okay? So let me do what I do.
Rise of the Skywalker.
You know, oh God, please stop. Please stop.
See? You know
Now I'm having flashbacks. Y'all had to bring that shit up. Y'all had to bring that up. Man, look, I had almost forgot about that damn movie.
So I like being safe.
Man.
Anyway, got me all off. We got the main Bob Pulowski with the $5 holler. He said episode 9 title, The Wandalorian. Big old battle scene like the end of season 1 Mando, Doctor Strange equals IG-11.
Okay.
I can see something.
But that would mean that he'd kind of sacrifice himself. I don't see that happening. I don't think Strange is going nowhere.
Nah, he already sacrificed himself once, right? You would think since he's been back, he gonna try to make sure he don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, on second thought, man, I don't.
Right. He's
like, I didn't even get a thank you for this, man. Nobody said nothing to me.
Not at all. Then we got the main Enrique
Robles.
Robles. I like that better. With the $4.99, he said, y'all see the full GMA interview. Hold on, Godfather. What's GMA?
Good Morning America.
Okay. There we go. That's what we got him here for, so he can explain these accurate.
Thought it was Green, Martian, and Eaters. My bad.
Right. He said they asked him very specific questions at the end. Too specific. I'm convinced at least 75% of those are right. That's perhaps leaks.
The leakage might be validated. Man.
Be validated.
We only 3-4 hours away?
Right. Close, man.
Three hours.
Close. We ain't going all night. Now pretty close. We got Thomas Hildebrand, $5. He said, Nerd coin to the moon. Thanks for the great content here in the multiverse. Hit us with that perp.
Oh yeah, man. Appreciate you.
Welcome, sir. Mike Porter with $1.99. He said, thanks to Alan Lavis and Godfather. Love the beard. In the comb.
Man, and he actually combed it.
Proud of it.
Beautiful.
Just for Mike motherfucking Porter.
There we go.
Exactly. We got the beautiful Eliza Scott. I like saying, can I say Eliza? Even though it's Elisa, I like making it, a little.
Hey, Eliza works for me. That's up to her though.
People call me Lavaz. So
Eliza. Man.
We got the $5 holiday. So he said, she says, gotta put one in the chat for my fellow Darcy Simps. Oh man, she about to get everybody started.
Boy, look, I saw this super chat when it came in.
You did.
And I was just waiting for this to get dropped because I'm gonna just say this and we're gonna keep it moving. But Darcy is thicker than a snicker, and that frame sure enough fit the picture. So look.
That's why they made her the escape artist.
I'm trying to tell you.
So that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, man, Darcy, make sure I'm gonna have to change that the purple drink commercial to simp responsibly.
There you go.
Change that.
Beautiful.
Stop saying
beautiful.
Instead of saying stay local, I'm gonna simp responsibly.
Beautiful.
We got Cabby Shannon coming through with $1.99. Al, let the man talk about Darcy's thickness.
No. Look, we'll be here for another 4 hours, bro. We can't.
We're gonna miss the whole episode.
Exactly. Right. I will talk through WandaVision. And look, I'm trying to get Darcy Vision. Damn, a season 2. Let me get Darcy Vision.
Darcy Vision. Yeah, I'm not even gonna speculate. We're not gonna go to Speculation Town and what that show.
No, you go to Speculation Town. You ain't gonna be there for about a month, at least.
Tell Josh what afternoon is gonna be.
Hold on, man. Look, my wife might be watching. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. Y'all better stop this. Hold on. She all right.
All right.
She all right. Look at this.
Yeah, she's looking at you right now.
Nah, she got it. She's
with the Samuel eyes.
You can't be making a Nervenger wife mad.
All right, we got J Slide 805 with the $4.99. I like how that rolled. You said you think the person in the witness protection is the dude from Ant-Man 2.
the one with the secret benefactor since Wu put him in protection. That would be finally paid off, hopefully. That's another question that they have not answered yet between who Ralph is and who is that witness protection. I'm going to be very mad if they just use it as a means to drive the story, because there's really no other reason for Wu to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hope not. We got Apar with the $4.99. He said, love to all three. You're going to tell me Strange is chilling and then senses Wanda in trouble and says I need Nightcrawler. Not going to work. I will have to agree.
He needs someone that can jump between multiverses.
Yeah.
Multiple dimensions.
Yeah.
Like America Chavez.
We gonna see, man. We a short time away from finding out, man. We all gonna get proven right or wrong in just a little bit. It's
gonna take another year for Lavis to be proven wrong, though.
Oh yeah, well that's the bet. But
It'll be a very anticipating year, man. We don't have reason. We're gonna have reason to beef.
Season 2 Wanda Watch.
Yep. We got Apar with the $4.99. Oh, excuse me, I already read that one. We got Enrique Robos
coming back at us
to get a game. He said Godfather, Ant-Man, or Winter Soldier. Ant-Man needs some justice.
I'm gonna. That's fine, and I'm happy. I'm happy to agree with Al here that Ant-Man takes over Winter Soldier all day.
Thank you.
Let's do a lightweight one real quick. The beard has spoken. While I read this next one, I want to see some purple mane emojis. If you down with Winter Soldier, you're gonna get the cooler one. And I want to see some Iron Man emojis if you down with
Ant-Man all day.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a lot of purple pop up.
Oh, of course. Anyway, of course we are, man. We already know what.
Wait. Let me hop on that moderator function really quick.
Yeah, there we go.
Try to suppress.
There we go.
Oh, I will.
Of course.
Hey, there is no voter suppression on After Dark. We don't do that here.
First test show, and already Adam on the Dead of Nerds gets rigged. He gets hashtag rigged already. We'll fix all that out. I see more purple than I see iron.
Hey man, we already know what this is, okay? We already know what this is.
We know who's right and we know who's popular. So,
exactly. And as far as I'm looking, it's looking kind of even to me, man.
Look at all the
you know, Al, with all the issues with Lavis's mic, you looking for a second co-host that can actually have a mic that works?
Man, I would take you up on that offer, but I can't leave my brother hanging, man. Can't leave my brother hanging, man.
It's also just not enough to have a mic that works. You gotta know what the hell you talk about. So kind of hard. Plus, it ain't the damn mic, okay? I had to fix it after Al from the last show. It's not Al. We got new technology.
That's what it was. That's what it was. I'm saying, you see, it's cool. Look, I have made me a nice little pallet under the bus, man. I'm used to being thrown under that motherfucker by now, man. So look, I got me a quilt. I got a blankie. So y'all can just look. You ain't even got to throw me. I'm like Jazz and Fresh Prince. I already know where I look. I'm already halfway out the door, man. Don't even worry about it, man.
Oh, man.
All I know is that the people are with me, man. The people are with your boy.
I see mixed emotes too. You got some purple. They're starting to learn to put them together. We're all getting
That's what's up.
We got Lorgasm with the $5 holla. He said, just collecting purple nerd coin. Ooh, might need them.
Beautiful.
We got Rogue Soul coming back yet again. Thank you, man. $5 holla. Said, if Kick-Ass was the big Evan Peters casting payout, I will riot. So yeah, pretty much them dropping Kick-Ass when because Evan Peters, they both starting. Yeah, I don't know. I still think Bettany might have been trolling. Everybody thought he was lying. He was just. We got Raz Ceylon with the $3.99. He said, I hope we not disappointed because big expectations.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see. Just a few short hours. Speaking of X, we got Solve for X coming back with the $4.99. He said, if it's possible, could you show a hashtag the hex cipher? I really worked hard on it. It would mean a lot, but it's up to you. I understand. No music, no curse. If we can find it before it's over, then you will.
Yeah, or if you will.
Discord.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you hit us up in the Discord chat.
Yes.
Speaking of shameless plug, we gonna get it popping. We might be going out. We might be going off air here soon, but we are definitely gonna take this party to the After Dark Discord. Put on some WandaVision season finale tunes. If you've been in the Discord hanging with us this week, you already know what it is. We gonna have the music popping again tonight. So make sure you roll over to the Dinner Nerds Discord, come into that After Dark Lounge, and come fuck with your boys.
You
already know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nope. It came back again with the $1.99 Solve for X. He said again, it's Cashin Soul on Twitter. That is a pin tweet. So yeah, it'd be a lot easier and faster for us if you could pop that in Discord.
He just popped it into the After Dark channel in Discord.
Awesome.
Okay.
I will leave that up to the main over
Let's
there.
see what we got her.
Right here. While he's doing that, we got John Hicks with a $14.99. He said, yo, fellas, only watch party I've been able to catch. Take my fucking money.
We appreciate you, man.
We give you nerd coin. Wow, he's getting that still. We got Rogue Soul with the $5 hauler. He said, agreed. Jedi Fallen Order is the Frankenstein's monster crash game, but I like Cal Kestis' character. Looking forward to improvement too. Maybe. Hopefully we will get improvements on the second game there, since EA apparently is not behind making their games anymore. Maybe it'll be a little better. We shall see. We got Michael Hostler with the $4.99. He said, I love y'all. Gave him some of them heart eyes emoji. Well, thank you, man. We love you too. We love all you nerd Avengers. Appreciate you guys being here week in, week out. I appreciate you guys sticking around when we're on Nerd Avenger time, because you already know it's going to be worth it. Whether we are at the bottom of the hour or the top of it, we are always top of our all pray of us.
So how many more of them super chats we got, man?
I count 4. But if you got it ready, you can take a moment.
Let's go ahead and hold on. Let me.
We about to get into class here.
Yeah, we are. We're about to go into an impromptu teaching session. Let me kill that real quick. And let's see what we got here. Let me bring it on up. And let's see what we got. If it'll play sometime today.
I feel like some people might not want this info to get out.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Let me do a quick little refresh.
People trying to keep us from
playing the hex cipher. I hope it's clear. Basically, there's patterns in life, and those patterns can be intentionally applied to story, and then a cipher can be made. Okay, so 1692 is the start of the Salem witch trials. 1964, Scarlet Witch is introduced in the comic book. That's 272 years. 2 times 7 times 2, 28. 2 times 8, 16. 1 times 6, 6. 6 is then your cipher. You can get there. They actually give you the cipher as hex, but the cipher is already provided. This is how I got there, but you could get there via the hex. They provide that to you intentionally. So then the signs must value 6, right? The letters you pull from the sign. So 5 plus 1, 4 plus 2, 3 plus 3, etc. Until you arrive at something that can manifest a word or a name. So 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2, 6. You get ELRO from the signs. Now take the same letters that you took in order from the sign, take them from the song when they're trying to communicate through you to the viewer the name of the villain, and she's bleeding at that time. So help me run it. So it's the second letter, third letter, seventh letter, ninth letter, 2, 2, 3, 7, 9. So that's your value. So then you're gonna confirm those letters. This is kind of how you work with your cipher, because you have to confirm things. So 2 times 3 times 7 times 9 is 378. You go through, keep multiplying until you get that 6. So you've now confirmed that those are your letters. You can now double confirm the alt cipher from the answer. So first you're going to add as you did from the sign, then you're going to multiply as you did from the song. In alphabetical, you have the ELOR. So this is the numerical value from the alphabet. So 5, 12, 15, 18. That gives you 23. When you add that, 2 times 3, 6. You've now, basically double confirmed your alt cipher. So here's where you have to be a little bit creative, because you have to notice the Harry Potter Mad Eye Moody references to know that you need to unscramble the villain's name, as in like a Voldemort or something, right? So this is the name of the villain. This is it. So and basically all that is just a nexus being. Okay, so that's it. It's a simple cipher. Once it's applied, it's really basic. It's just rudimentary stuff to do it, and then you can double confirm it. So that's it. That's my easiest, best explanation. That's it. Yeah. By checking out. Okay, Kitty. This is my last.
Man.
Okay.
Well, damn.
A lot of work into that. I'm not even.
Ciphers are once you understand how ciphers work, it is rudimentary. But if you don't know how ciphers work, it ain't rudimentary.
I will go ahead and give you guys a little more lore on that. Lore is a Marvel character in the multiverse, and guess what? One of her aliases are Scarlet Witch. So it could turn out all along that the enemy, the evil entity,
I was right.
Entire thing is still
Wanda.
The Scarlet Witch, but that does not necessarily mean it's Wanda, because the Scarlet Witch is something that is technically kind of passed down. They haven't mentioned Chthon yet. They haven't mentioned the moms, but they have mentioned the Scarlet Witch. So still got that ambiguity.
Shout to the homie for that.
Right.
It's all for X.
Man.
It'll probably most come out to be, yes, that Wanda is the villain actually still all along. And when these things break down and she find out certain things are being taken away and or ain't real or dies, like you said, Al, probably just go through the whole month like, fuck all you.
You know what I'm saying? And just be like, I'm done. I'm done with it.
I'm done. And these colors will go straight through your chest. My chest.
My bloody chest.
Well, thank you for that, man.
Oh, yeah, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
All right, we got Michael Hostler with the 1999. He said, I'm sorry I missed most of this, but what do y'all think of the main storyline of the next episode? You guys want to recap how y'all feel about that real quick?
Say that one more time. I missed that question.
Yes or no? What do you think about the main storyline for the next episode? Where do you think it's going to go?
So, long story short, I think we're going to get the realization that fake Pietro is from the Fox universe. I think we get the Vision on Vision basically canceling each other out, long story short, with that. So, that's the culmination of Wanda having to deal with her grief and then deciding, fuck everybody. I don't even care no more. And I think Strange shows up and is like, shit bad. Come see my movie and I'm going to show you how bad.
I'll give my quick recap. We can find some stuff out, not as much as we want, but we're going to be hungry for the next.
Yep.
Very much agreed. And I am popping in a Discord link.
Good looking, because I was over here trying to find it myself, and it was hard work.
Man, so check out that link there in the chat. You are wanting to become not just a Nerdvenger, but a Discord Nerdvenger. That's the next level. The fun keeps going after we stop.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We got the main Enrique Robles.
One more time. Robles.
One more time for the $1.99. It's an After Dark stream dedicated to Darcy Stick. Kinda. He ain't wrong.
She aight.
And then we have Brendan Stranahan with the $1.99, but he retracted his statement. So maybe he was just trying to get some of that nerd coin.
I think he was just agreeing with me that there ain't gonna be season 2.
Nah, I think he did initially agree with you, but then he realized he was wrong and he retracted the statement. So that sounded like. So that's. But anyway, we got Victor Von Doom. The homie. $9.99. He said predictions for tonight's episode. We find out that Hayward is either Nightmare, Mephisto, or Chthon. Doctor Strange will show up. The aerospace engineer is either Abigail Brand or her boyfriend.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. It would be dope to see Hayward end up being one of the villains the whole time, because that would totally explain why he was like so in on trying to get Wanda to like really flex.
He was for real trying to get her to do that when she came down there and he let her into the office.
Yeah, he was trying to get her to flex for real.
You can see it in his face too. The whole beginning, he was like, So when
you want to do it? You want to do it?
Yeah, you want to? Yeah, he got a little bit more than he bargained for now, didn't he?
Big facts.
I still don't understand why he was so against her though. Meaning, like, when she brought up the hex, he's like, "Oh, I'm supposed to bow down to that," and like, I still don't understand why he dislikes her so much when she didn't even come there to really cause any issues. She was there peaceful the whole time, even through her grief.
Right,
and she left, and all hell could have broke loose, but he was like, "Nah, I'm taking them apart." All that stuff that happened in Westview could have easily happened right there at the sword facility. It did not.
Big facts.
I'm still a little lost. If he's not one of these big characters like we're thinking, he's definitely a squirrel that got knocked on his head.
Serious.
Something like that. But Victor Von Doom came back. He had a game with the phone 99. He said, "Oh my God, the answer is 42."
Love it, man. Love it.
Cypher. And then we got Brandon Vic Boss Morgan with the $5, and he asked, "How do you join the Discord?" And that is why I popped in the link so you can be able to join the Discord and be with the people.
That's right. Bring your ass onto that Discord, man.
Sir, that is what we do.
Yes, sir.
Hang out all the time. If I missed your chat somehow, I apologize. I don't think I did. I think I did it.
I think we did a good job of covering all of them tonight, man. We got them.
Yes, sir. Let's pop into the two-way just for a little bit here before we tell everybody they ain't got home.
Yeah.
See what the people were talking about. Maybe some of them broke Avengers has something. I see people talk about pastrami coin. Everybody wants all types of coin now.
Beef coin.
Right.
Coin and beef coin and Italian herb and cheese coin, Palpatine coin.
Yep. I see Raz on that White Vision equals Ultron train.
Yeah.
Telling you, man. I'm telling you.
I have a secret for the morning streams, and it takes a little bit of coordination, but if we can all get the chat going in a completely different direction than where Josh is going, it really creates an interesting part of the stream. With our beef coin this morning.
Oh man, oh yeah. Josh gets mad confused when the
what's happening in the chat?
Take a hard left.
Since we talk about Josh, this kind of jarred my memory. Josh,
he's asleep, so
I know he is, but I'm going to tell him to come back. Where are we at? I'm going to tell him to come back, and I will find the timestamp in which he needs to view this message. Josh, I love you. This has nothing to do with the M-Cron stone. No M-Cron crystal, okay? The M-Cron crystal ain't got nothing to do with Juggernaut either, okay? That's the Star Cameras, Gladiator. Nothing to do with this story, okay? M-Cron, nothing. If they brought in the M-Cron crystal this early, we got problems, okay? We ain't even got Cyclops and no reason for them to come in. I love you, man. Let's put the M-Cron crystal down, back away slowly. Let's get into this Falcon and Winter Soldier in the next week.
That's what's up, man.
That is my rant for now. How many people are gonna catch that? Are you gonna catch that assembled coming out next week about the WandaVision show?
Yeah, I'll check it out, man. Especially if like this last episode is wild. I mean, let's be real. I'm gonna check it out anyway. But I'm definitely gonna want to see like some of the thought process that went behind some of the decisions that they made and kind of how they brought it to life. I definitely want to see that, man. Definitely be interested in that.
Yeah, man. I don't know. We got what, 2.5 hours left on the East Coast?
Yeah.
Before we see what it do.
I think we got 2.5 hours left on all coasts.
Yeah, but I like the way I said.
Because you like to make the East Coast seem bigger than it is, right?
I'm feeling a little extra like spicy tonight because it's the finale and we got a couple of weeks off. I'm probably not doing the after streams for the Falcon Winter Soldier, so I'm just I'm feeling a little saucy tonight.
So you feeling like you about to jazz it up?
About to jazz it up. You already know.
can already see that coming.
Josh can't fire me if I quit after this.
Oh man. Not at all.
And on that note,
yes, sir.
Like we always say, you ain't got to go home. But you got to get the hell up out of here. My main gang in the building, Lavis. As always, man, you know what it is, Godfather. Once again, brother, you came through and did your thing. We appreciate that, man. It's been a real season, been fun. I'm ready for this finale tonight. Don't forget, come back if you're a member. Check out that community watch party. When we get into that, then I believe Josh is going to be breaking it down with Darren tonight. They're going to break it down tonight, recap the show, so make sure you try to stay up for that. And if not, catch that replay. And as for us, we will catch you in the next episode. Man.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
I still think that we're going to get Magneto.
We're going to see, man. We're going to see for real.
I don't really think.
Hold on, man. Wait. We've been playing Agatha enough. Hold up. Run that down a little bit.
I think I know what it was. Yeah.
You got to, man.
Trying, you give me up till you give me more. Currents run away, going off on their own shore. Only the sand, still got some sand.
Another episode of the song, man. I want to stick around for that guitar solo because it was so hard. Unfortunately, you know, we got to always NerdVenge.